Jesse on fire. What's going on, man?
What's up, man?
Dude, I like your background. That looks awesome.
Did I show you what my wall looks like across from the backdrop?
No. I just gotta come over one of these days, dude. I gotta bring you a housewarming gift.
Yeah, come over tomorrow if you want.
Okay.
The entire the studio, I got the entire studio, well, the two walls wrapped. The entire wall is my logo and banner, and then the other wall is Gabrielle and my logo and banner.
Oh, hell yeah, man.
It looks sick.
That's awesome. Well, what's up, folks? Welcome back. This is going to be a fun one, man. So for those of you who are confused on what happened or just don't know, I believe Andrew Wilson was streaming last night. So was Nate from Valhalla VFT. And apparently Andrew was streaming his live on his live. And Nate hit me up and he's like, apparently he wants to come on. So I texted Andrew or not texted on X, but just sent him a DM, the link, and I joined as well. And Nate and Andrew just kind of went through his military service, and Nate apparently kind of sent in for information about it. Apparently got his birthday wrong and a bunch of other stuff.
In fairness,
and
it turned out that Andrew had been in the reserves for a year or whatever. So, yeah.
Well, he was in, I don't know, I think it was the National Guard, and then he had like a pre-existing condition that they had, and they just kicked him out.
His pre-existing condition at all. He's a prick. We don't want to have to fucking talk to him very much in the unit. I'm just kidding.
Yeah. So, we're going to go through some of that today. And the funniest part of all of this, at least for me, is all of his people on X have just been bombarding me. It's been the funniest thing ever. And the arguments that they've been having are, you're a retard, you are low IQ, you're gay. There's probably a whole bunch of other ones. Geez, obviously, dude. I mean, Andrew exposed me last night, guys.
Yeah. Hey, wait. Didn't you send me something that someone commented that I need to stop stealing gay valor? Because was that you that sent me that?
I don't know if I sent that to you, but that's probably very true.
It's fucking hilarious. Very clever.
But anyways, not one person commented, hey, this is the part of the conversation where you lost, or this is the part of the conversation where it didn't go well. But I will concede something here. Andrew definitely came in with a strategy, and I'm not going to completely break it down here, but the strategy was to essentially try to bully me into debating him right then and there. And I've made it clear to everyone that he had the opportunity. When was it? 3 weeks ago, when I was on vacation, and I gave him an hour and had 30 minutes of prep, or he sent me a text and said, we'll do it in 30 minutes. And I was ready to go. And he didn't want to do it because apparently there is just this debate crowd.
Well, and there's idea. Rules and shit that people like us don't know about.
Yeah, I know.
I had no idea until he started talking about that in the stream about the format of how they do. I'm like, really? Sounds pretty weird.
Yeah, and he said he brought that up and explained it to me last night, and my response was, it just sounds super gay. Why can't we just have a conversation? Why are we having rules to a man-to-man conversation? It's just not what it is. It's just a little pathetic, in my opinion. I just don't. And look, I'm not in the debate crowd. It could be really cool. It just sounds a little bit weird. Why don't we just talk? That's it. So anyways, but he did come in with a strategy. Him and Nate kind of, what would you call it, Jesse?
I mean, I don't know. Nate,
He essentially just.
I mean, Nate made. Yeah. I mean, assuming that it is true that his credentials are real. I mean, Nate's a principled guy, and he.
Yeah.
I mean, he didn't like, obviously he did say that like he might have stuff wrong, but I mean, he essentially accused him of something that he and was wrong. So it's
I don't know if it was accusatory.
Like, it
was just, his video
either way,
was.
I would have apologized probably if I had done that as well. So like, and I think that's why Andrew wanted to come on, is because he's like, here it is, like, here's the documentation. So let's do this publicly and I'll, whatever. But Nate and Andrew, like, made up isn't even the right word. Like, they came to an agreement about the stolen dollar thing or whatever, I guess.
Yeah. So I'm going to go through the points just so you guys know what to watch out for here. Because some of the stuff is not going to be on here, but he started off the stream with calling me fat. It's the funniest.
Did he
it's
really?
just the funniest. Yeah, dude. And it kind of threw me off because it's so dumb. It's
he's asking for people to do due diligence. You're like, why don't you go look at fucking Instagram when we're in Vegas and he's got no shirt on? And you know what I mean?
Well, no, he's verifiably fat and he's calling a jacked dude fat. It's like, okay.
It's like when Gavin Newsom
sounds good, but that's part of that's part of the plan, right? That's part of his plan, is just to evoke emotion and get people flustered. The clip that we're about to put on the screen is him trying to justify his wife saying or inflating valor that he served in the military as an Army sniper. And his response is that, why can't we all just be charitable? Why can't we be charitable to the fact that his own wife couldn't just ask her husband, hey, were you an Army sniper? What did you do in the military? Were you a busboy? Did you clean shit up? What did you do? But instead, in my opinion, what seems like face value wise, she just tried to inflate his career.
I'm just gonna have. I've got to take on this. You just call on me when you're ready, dude. After the clip.
Go ahead.
No. Let's watch it first. I mean, if we're gonna watch it, let's watch it first.
Where we get to, I lied to wife, which is a claim you just made. Can you show me the proof of that?
Sure, because your wife wouldn't have known it without you saying it.
Wouldn't have known what? Do you realize that she said this claim apparently 15 years ago? We don't even know what the context of it was. No clue. I have no clue. Can you prove that I lied to her about anything?
No, I can prove your wife said.
So you just made it up. So you made it up.
No,
your
wife made it up. You idiot.
Okay, no. He made up that I lied to her about something. He just lied.
No, your wife made up that you were an Army sniper.
No, she didn't make up
anything. What are we
anything.
really doing here?
She said that she was confused. She just said that she was confused on terms. That's it.
She was confused.
You're sitting here with a bunch of retired military dudes that would
has nothing to do with anything.
Yeah, we're talking about Army service.
Yes, it does.
No. What we're talking about is why it is that you made a ton of allegations without doing any due diligence whatsoever. But we're supposed to believe you about
Dude, say the same thing to your wife. She's telling people you're an Army sniper. She's doing
did she put out an out of context tweet from 15 years ago, and that proves what?
Why does it matter the timeline? It could be 2 weeks ago.
Don't you think that?
Can I challenge you to an El Presidente? Can I challenge you to an El Pres?
I don't know what that means.
You're
in
NRA,
dude. Said I was a liar. You said I never put in a records review. I just showed you that I did.
Well, no, you didn't actually show us anything. What you did was you took a clip and then you read something. But you
I clipped that email that fast in 19 seconds. I produced a fake.
Yeah, but the problem is that you put in incorrect information. And by the way, why didn't you just?
Andrew, I said in my video it could be because I don't have the birth date right.
Why didn't you just ask me? Why didn't you just ask me?
I did in my video.
No, why didn't you just DM me and say, hey, what's going on with this? And I would have told you. Why didn't you just do that? Why make a public spectacle of something?
Because you made a public spectacle out of it.
What? When?
Andrew, you have no space to talk on any of that.
Show me
this is
public
spectacle.
Because my wife 15 years ago put out a tweet.
You have made
15 years ago. 15 years ago. Say it again,
15 fucking years.
Say it again. Say 5 more times.
Dan, stop. You also have made conflicting statements of your military service.
Okay, what?
There you go.
You claimed in one clip you have never served. You claimed in another clip you did about a year in the
Do you know
army.
what the context was for that?
I can look at those two things.
Do you know what the context
Andrew, did you ever serve? You said no, I didn't.
Do you know what the context of that
was? What's the context?
So I do what's called TikTok invasions, and I have a very familiar face and a voice. And TikTokers often will not let me on unless I use a fake profile. So I went on and I was doing this debate with it. Yes, it's true.
Holy shit, dude. Okay.
It's true.
Andrew.
What do you mean?
Come on, if we're not going to have a good faith discussion.
Are you saying I'm lying about this?
So you lied about not serving? Is that what we're saying here?
Bro, what happened is we were in the middle of a debate when it came to who should be allowed to vote and who shouldn't be allowed to vote. Okay. I was demonstrating a point that even if I grant this argument, right, that it's irrelevant to the context of the conversation. Even if I bite the bullet, it's irrelevant. That's the whole point of the context of that. And you didn't even bother to look, and you didn't even bother to ask.
So you're saying that someone I needed to somehow figure out all this weird, bizarre TikTok
before you decide to make public allegations,
about
yes.
you saying that you never served.
Before you make public allegations, yes.
I didn't make public allegations.
You did make public allegations.
Pressed you to to producer DD2.
Why is that your
That's
business?
true.
Unless it's the case that you are
Pause it
claiming
real
that I
quick.
lied without doing any due diligence, sir.
I did do my due
Pause it
diligence.
real
Yeah, how
quick,
did you
Dan.
do your due diligence if you just took a
This is where it gets good.
I was just gonna say, I just want to update, like what Nate's saying there is a way better way of describing what he did than what I said earlier, and I want to just make sure that I get that on record. Sorry, go ahead.
Yeah, absolutely.
took a competing clip put out by a leftist to defame me. You didn't even look.
No, my due diligence was putting in a records review. We couldn't find anything. So
That's not due diligence.
Telling
You didn't even ask.
We got no
Yes, it
records.
is.
Why wouldn't you just ask? Why wouldn't you just
That's
ask
it.
me?
So again,
Why wouldn't you just ask me,
What are we
Nate?
talking about here, dude?
Why wouldn't you just ask me?
You're
Why would I
not
just ask you
friends.
what?
Yeah.
We are,
Why
we
would
are
you just
public
ask me?
figures who put out YouTube videos.
And you could
I
just
not
send me a
friends.
DM and say, hey, bro,
Exactly.
what's going on with this? Now we're doing like this.
Because we're not fucking buddies. That's
How
why.
is that? How does that?
You're
What
not
does
my
that
friend.
mean? How do you need to be a friend?
We
to
don't
just
have,
ask a
dude.
person?
You think you're owed something. You ain't
No,
owed
no, no.
shit.
You fuckers think you're owed my entire
No,
personal
we
life
don't.
and business.
Hey,
We
motherfucker.
don't. Dude, your wife, your wife, your wife didn't even do her own due diligence. How can you expect us
Oh,
to?
I'm sorry. I'm sorry. My wife put out.
Oh, I'm sorry. Here we go. This is what he does.
Well, I'll tell you, this is a lot better than just
Dude,
DMing
your
back and
own
forth.
wife. You're telling Nate to do his own due diligence. Your own wife can't do her own with you. Hey, honey,
Yeah,
get me
do you
another
think-
vodka Sprite.
Uh-huh.
By the way, were you an Army
Yeah.
sniper?
Yeah,
Okay,
I
now
never
what do
told
you
her
have to
that.
say?
I never told her that, and I've never
Oh, so-
publicly said that.
but Nate
I've
has to
never
do his own
once.
due
Can you
diligence,
tell me when I
but your
publicly
wife
ever
doesn't?
claimed? Can you tell me when I've ever
Okay,
publicly
dude.
claimed I was an Army sniper? You
Yeah.
lying gutless.
Your
weasel.
wife did, dumbass.
Did I?
Man.
Mm-hmm. Oh my God, it's an
Did
extension
I?
of you, dude.
Can you? It's an extension. No, Andrew, you didn't. And
Yes,
I lied
it
and made
is.
the whole thing
Yes,
up.
it is.
But I lied and made the whole thing up because I'm a
Ugh.
piece of shit. But you know what, Andrew? Even though I'm a lying, gutless weasel, fucking piece of shit, you never said that. I refuse to do my due diligence whatsoever. Is that your actual position, dumbass?
Neither did your wife, dumbass.
What
Are you
due
done?
diligence? 15 years ago, she put out a tweet. You don't
You
even know
keep
what the
bringing up a
context was.
timeline. I don't know what that has to do with anything.
Do you think that it could be possibly the case that she was just mistaken, you uncharitable fuck?
Andrew,
Is it
wait,
possible
can I-
that Nate
hold on,
was
stop.
just
That, like,
mistaken,
it-
you
it's-
fucking idiot?
That's not mistaken if you can just text me, dummy.
Your wife
And
can sit
text
across
you.
the
You're
room
not
from you,
friends.
So the
dummy.
case is she could have just gotten a fact wrong, and instead what you do is you take it to the
Oh,
next level,
God,
pretend
dude.
that there's a stolen valor
You ain't winning this
conspiracy.
one, Andy.
I've
You
already
ain't winning
won
this
it.
one.
I've already
No,
won it,
you
you low
haven't.
IQ
Not even
peasant.
close.
You
No,
lied,
you
you
really
assholes.
hard because you.
Okay, can I, man?
So
go for it and just
the
let it go.
thing, yeah, I mean, the thing for me is you're not going to call people out for seeing stuff on the internet and addressing it in the way that we see fit. If you go out there and you say on one, podcast, I think it was the whatever podcast that I served for a year, and then you go on another one and you say, no, I didn't serve, and then your wife is out there saying that you were an Army sniper, a master gunsmith. That's about as much research as we need to do, because we're not your fucking buddy and you're not our mother or our father. We don't have to sit and check in with you on everything about it. But the double standard is just hilarious to me. It's hilarious. It's like, you've got to check in with me before you say anything about me. Meanwhile, your wife, your own wife that you live with, I'm guessing, in the same living room, you could be like, honey, what'd you do in the military? Before I put this tweet out inflating your military service, what'd you do in the military? Oh, you weren't an Army sniper? So for me, the problem is they just haven't owned it. Like, Rachel was sending in super chats to Nate's thing last night saying, oh, I was confused and all this other stuff. Dude, that's not something you're going to be confused on unless he either told you or you are legitimately just trying to inflate his career.
Or she's a
Yeah, but still, dude, saying somebody's an Army sniper when you know that he was only in for less than a year, it's like, dude, you're not even really through basic training after that.
chicks don't know
So-
shit about that stuff, in fairness,
Yeah.
but it doesn't matter. It's like it's not even okay. So like I have so many things I want to comment on from that. The idea of why can't we be charitable, and especially because she's a female. The guy literally just got done doing a fucking press tour where he's been attacking a woman who's pregnant, who has been investigating the fucking murder of one of her most closest friends. And he's attacking her because he thinks that her theories that she's entertaining are too out there, and maybe she doesn't have enough evidence to bring them up on her podcast. It's like, where's the fucking charity there, guy? Like, are you kidding? And also, people who provide charity can ask for charity in return. Okay. People would describe Andrew in a lot of ways. Charitable ain't fucking one of them, dude. Okay. Like, he's selectively nice. He's selectively respectful. He is strategically charitable if it serves a purpose that he is trying to accomplish in a debate. So the bottom line is you're not owed charity. And when he kept on saying that Nate didn't do due diligence, I literally wanted to pull my eyes out of my fucking skull. It's like, dude, Nate reaching out to the military is him doing the exact thing that you're challenging him of not doing. That is the due diligence. Like, if he just said, there's no way that guy was in the fucking army, asked a couple of people, Nate actually went and tried to pull records. That is the definition of due diligence, and nothing came back. He had the fucking birthday wrong. Fine. You know what I mean? But the point that you were making in that conversation right there, that's the difference between how you communicate and how these debate guys do, because that's a fucking headshot to his entire argument. Like, that's it. Like, that's if we're trying to, diagnose hypocrisy or whatever, it's like if you're demanding this from someone else, it's like your own household. You're saying, why did you do it? Your wife lives with you and got that fact wrong. Nate actually tried to go and do it up. So like, that's a headshot argument. It's over, period, to a person who's logically listening and not falling for debate tricks. You know what I mean?
Yeah. I mean, I think Andrew for sure is good at like the debate
for sure
trickery.
Excellent.
And he should be. It would be weird if he wasn't. I mean, this is his entire life.
Yeah.
For me, like I said, I just don't respect it was a mistake, or I was confused, or I'm just a retarded woman. No, go out there and own it. It's as simple as, hey, probably shouldn't have said this. Probably should have checked in with my husband before I go out there and say he's an Army sniper, because there's probably Army snipers out there who would take offense to it, who would be like, why are you saying this?
Yeah.
So the next thing, just so everybody knows, I've had a little bit of like a text exchange with Andy, and it's been really funny at times. But at one point I said, because he didn't want to debate me, I said, well, maybe I'll see you in Dallas one of these days. And he said, why are you going to beat me up? And I said, do you know what mutual combat is? And honestly, I said it as a little bit of a joke at the time, but then it was taken so seriously. It's like, okay, yeah, like if you want to do it, I think it'd be fun. And so then he goes on a stream, or a couple of streams, who knows how many times he said it, and he's telling people that I'm threatening him. He's telling people that I'm threatening to hurt him, which is verifiably false, both in the legal definition and also simply just in a social aspect. If you live in Texas, it's a very legal thing to do. But this is where we get into it, and man, it is telling. It is telling that he interpreted it that way, though, because, and it's also telling in terms of how we think about this stuff, because it's like, well, you're challenging me to a debate, and I'm saying like, okay, well, I challenge you to mutual combat. It's like a, I'm not saying I'm not just going to beat you up. You're challenging me to a both parties agree thing. It's like, it's not a threat. Yeah. 100%.
And as long as we can both say like, all right, Nate wasn't looking at doing this ill-intended, and also he apologized. He could have done it a better way. I think that's fair between me and you.
All right. Well, then I think we have an accord, and it was nice.
However,
okay.
You and Dan, me and you are fine, Andrew, but you and Dan are not fine. So
let me ask you, why are you telling people I threatened you? Why are you telling people I threatened you?
Well, do you want to read the messages?
Yeah, read them.
Okay. So
let's see if we can find a thread. Let's see if we can find a thread in here.
Yeah. Your call. So you won't defend a single claim you have made, so we are clear, even though I'm willing to defend mine. Did I say that? And I said it's sus. Why not just schedule a 2-hour moderated debate?
So here he is, starting from the beginning of the conversation, avoiding going down to the part where he says I threatened him, simply to filibuster. It's very obvious what he's doing.
1 hour for you to cross-examine my claims and 1 hour for me to do the same. That seems fair. Dude, I barely know who you are. You offered for people to come on your show, so here I am. You get an hour, take it or leave it. I have zero clue what your claims are.
There's the hour.
Hang on. This is later. I have zero clue what your claims are, which is bizarre that you criticize me so much if you don't know what my claims are. You have an issue with people finding holes in the case. And I said, you contacted me, not me, you. So you make the call if a 2-hour moderate.
By the way, I still don't. I mean, we've seen video of Andrew Wilson literally agreeing with us, saying, hey, where's the gun? When he's jumping off the roof, where's the gun? They didn't find it on the roof. They found it in the woods. And now all of a sudden he is TPUSA's boy. So when I say that I don't know your claims, as far as I know, you are a Fed slopper. You believe everything involved, or excuse me, 75 to 85% of it. We're still unsure on the 75 to 85%, or excuse me, the 20 to 25%, but get me my money and I'll debate you and it'll be fun and we'll do it in person and it'll be a blast, but he's not going to do it.
Moderated debate scheduled isn't a thing you will do. Just say so. It's fine. That's what I said. It's fine. If you don't want to do that,
you're reading this.
hang on. I'm going to read through it so that people have context, bro. So let's discuss what you have a problem with. And I said, I won't be mad. You said, and then I said, shouldn't we do that in a debate? He said, 2 hours is a lot of time fishing. I said, an hour. Learn to compromise, goofball.
It's very true.
Yes, we should, for an hour. I said, well, no deal. That's not enough time for a proper debate with cross-exam. If I was asking for something unreasonable, I would understand you being unreasonable back, but I'm not. He said, all right, bro, I tried. As we went through this, and I could keep reading this, me being completely reasonable and you just being a fucking asshole, you also decided that you were going to say that you were going to attack me and that, hey, that's mutual combat. So
why don't you read exactly what it says, Andrew?
Okay, I'll read it. I was just trying to read through it. You had a problem with it.
No, I didn't. It's funny how you just stopped. Read exactly what it says.
Well, I'm trying to find it. I just want to make sure that
What do you mean? You were just reading it.
Well, I'll go back to reading from exactly where I was.
That's all he was doing.
Hey, I got a question. Andrew, you do understand we're in Texas and mutual combat is authorized?
You do realize mutual combat has to be mutual?
No, Jake, we're getting him on topic. Andrew, read where I threatened you. Read where I threatened you.
Okay, so I'll go back here. 2 hours is a lot of time. I said it's not very hard. You seem to be trying to not debate where I get a long form cross exam. None of you guys will do those, and it's odd. You seem to be making a lot of assumptions. It's pretty feminine. And I said, assumptions are feminine. Tell me how you believe anything without assumptions. Since you can't, I suppose we both must engage in pretty feminine behavior because you can't actually engage in even discourse without assumptions. Anyway, is
Andrew,
it like legit retarded? Really? I said, yeah. You said yes, very. Also tell me.
I don't know why you're reading this part.
Because I just want to make sure that we get to the part. I just told you I was
go
looking
to
for
the part where it says mutual combat.
I'm looking for it. I'm looking for it.
Scroll down, dude. You know how to use
you're not.
What do you think I was doing? And you told me that I was not giving you proper context.
No, that's not what I said at all.
Oh, it's not? Because it is. I mean, it is, but okay. We'll find it here. Hang on. I correct you about how arguments are actually semantical.
Why don't I read it, Andy? Because you're
it.
struggling here.
Read it.
I keep requesting more time and a moderator in a topic, but you seem to not want to do that stuff for some reason. Maybe a debate is just me going on your channel and you screaming at me over me being a bad man.
Sounds right.
Man is bad, I hear. And then I said, you think I'd scream at you, buddy? I'm a stoic. You ain't fucking with my emotions, but I have several ways to fuck with yours, which I have.
I see.
Once again, let's do an hour if you have the balls. And then you responded with 3 baby daddies in a pickle jar.
Yeah.
Wait, pause it real quick.
Actually, I said argument had baby daddy as you had brought that up earlier.
No, that's
what. So wait, tell me exactly what that meant. Like, what 3 baby daddies in a pickle jar? Did he type that out?
It was something. Emojis? I mean, no, I think it was a response to something else, like way earlier in the conversation.
But like, are they like GIFs or like an emoji or what? Like,
no, he literally just typed that out. He was making fun of himself.
Oh, that's smart.
Yeah, I think that's what he was doing. That's not this part, buddy.
I know, but earlier you had brought it up, and I called it argument. And I said, it was really funny.
That's a different. That's a different. But
it was really. Can you admit that was really funny?
Yeah, no, you're a really funny guy, Andrew.
I am a really funny guy. It's true.
Good. It's hard to evaluate ourselves sometimes. But you don't, such a soft little man. I'll see you in Dallas one of these days. We'll see if you have the same attitude in person. Is that a threat?
Keep reading.
No, is that a threat? No threat.
Yes, it sounds like a threat to me. Yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
Really?
I'll see you in Dallas.
I'll see you in Dallas.
Not a threat, Andrew.
Dude, tell everyone you're soft as baby shit. Jesus Christ.
Yes, it sounds
Andrew, that's not
and then you go, and you are going to beat me up.
I need a pause.
Yes, you're going to beat me up.
Chat. Quick pause. Dan, pause. Quick pause. Sorry. Are we going to be here for a little while? Because we were literally at the end of super chats at the end of the stream when this all popped off. Should I change the title and thumbnail?
I mean, you might as well. Apparently,
you might as well.
Whether or not this is threatening.
Okay.
If we're going to wrap this up quick, then I won't worry about it. We obviously this is impromptu.
I mean, I just wanted to know why he's lying about this, and then
there's no lie. Read them.
No, 100% there is. And you were going to beat me up. You mean the attitude of being nice and respectful while you insult me over and over?
You mean me? That was me being nice and respectful while you insulted me over and over, and then you
not insult
like a threat. Generally, I don't unless you're insulting me. No.
Oh, yeah, just Erica Kirk, right? Calling her a retard?
Yeah, I said generally I don't, unless it is the case of insulting me, yes. And by the way, that was a great argument. The argument there was, I don't think that you would be smart enough.
That's not the topic right now.
Yeah, it is
absolutely not. Do you know what mutual combat is, Professor? Insults are only real if you take them as such. Probably talk to a therapist about that. So I said I would see you in Dallas, and then you said, "Are you going to beat me up?" And I said, "Do you know what mutual combat is?"
Yeah, so that's really
threatening you.
Yes,
is that me saying no?
Yes, it does. 100% does.
No,
it doesn't. You need to learn what a threat is.
He doesn't live in Texas
with mutual combat. And then remember what I said after that? Doesn't mutual combat have to be mutual? Remember how I said that to you?
Yeah, I said I thought you were an alpha male. Come on, dude, I'll buy you a beer after.
And by the way, can you show me a single time that I haven't done anything except reject alpha hierarchies because they're unscientific and nonsensical?
I thought we're focused on the threat.
Well, hang on, we're focused on all of it.
I didn't threaten you.
No, I
can see that I didn't threaten you.
I think that that's a threat. Yeah. I think that's saying that.
That's not a threat.
I think
No
that's
one
saying
agrees with
if I
you.
see you
No
in
one
Dallas,
agrees
I'm
with
going
you.
to physically assault you. That's what it sounds like to me.
Andrew, no, he didn't say
That's
he's
not what it says, you fucking
But
idiot. Oh,
That's not a threat
man.
at all.
It's not a threat.
I do understand how
It's-
he would interpret it that way. Like if
Well, a
he's-
guy like Andrew, of course.
yeah,
Of
but
course.
it's definitely not. a
But
threat.
I mean, what
For
he
sure it's not a threat.
what he ultimately was scared of is running into me, because once again, at the end of the stream, he said, "Oh, I would absolutely talk to you like this in person." No, you wouldn't. You just wouldn't,
Nope. And I mean,
because
he's
all that is
like,
is a gamble. That's it.
Yeah, well, he's thinking he's like, oh, well, I'll be packing, and if you touch me, I'll fucking shoot you. That's the only thing that he can be thinking in his head, which is, it's just, I don't know, whatever.
It's just for me, all of this stuff is just, it's kind of foreign.
Yes,
because I just don't feel like this is how men act. It's like the debate thing where it's like anything is on the table and you can say anything you want and throw out all these insults and all this stuff. And it's like, dude, some men are just not going to have the patience for that. They're just not.
In debates, like it's more like, and listen, like I'll do debates, don't get me wrong, but it's just the like, I don't like those type, like the things that Candace brought up where it's like it's a debate tactic where you put someone on a timer, whatever, and then it's like,
right.
That shit is just stupid, man. I just like to, I mean, I would rather make friends with people than argue with them. But I do like,
I agree.
hashing out my fucking thoughts.
This is two major points that he got put in his place on. And it's just hilarious that people are like, oh man, he killed you in this debate. No, he didn't. Maybe with the trickery, sure. Like if you look at it like that, okay. Like I can concede to like the trickery aspect. And I don't even know why I'm calling it a debate. It was a conversation that was after Nate and him went. But as far as legitimate points being made, he has no answer for him. No answer for him. And that's also why I don't like the debate stuff, is because it's just spun into this like clusterfuck of thoughts. And it's like, we're about to see, I literally, well, there's a couple of points. The next one is I called him out for begging for money. And he
Did
tried
you see
to
what
turn
I said
it
about
in.
that in my stream?
What'd you say?
I was saying like, he's like, oh, how am I begging?
Oh,
and
asking.
I'm like, begging is literally just it's an interpretive way to describe someone asking for something. Like there's no conversation here. Like some people will see you asking for money desperately, which means they'll see it as begging. End of conversation. The conversation's over. Anything beyond that is stupid. You know what I mean?
So for me, the difference between begging and asking is usually begging, there's a lot more emotion behind it. If I just ask you, hey man, can you pick me up? My tire's blown. I need a ride to the gas station. I'm just asking you.
Yep.
But if I call you and I say, hey man, my wife is in labor and you're in the middle of work somewhere, I'm literally going to be like, dude, please.
Yeah.
Right.
Yes.
When he put out that video that looked like he was in a torture room and was like, hey guys, here's what's going on. Like, I tried to do this debate and I had to pay her $300,000. So if you want to donate to me, that is begging. You're invoking emotion to try to get people to donate to you. And he tried to say, oh, well, that's not what it is. It's 100% what it is. And you can try to flip it 6 ways from Sunday, but it's begging. And it's funny because he spent $300,000, which I obviously don't have any proof of. I don't think anybody would ever get proof unless he provided it, but it's very hard to believe that he just threw $300,000 at this. Very hard to believe.
I guarantee technically that money came from his LLC and
sure.
But behind the scenes, if TPUSA hired him to do some debate practice and they happened to pay him $350,000 or whatever, then
exactly
that's what that is.
Yep.
But the bottom line is this, it being like actually 100% unbiased, not because you're my friend, like just actually intellectually honest about this whole thing it is absurd and it is begging only because of how he framed it when he went on Rogan. Like bottom line, that is why. It's not because of any other reason. It's because when you went on Rogan, he said, We offered her $300,000 to debate and she turned it down, which is like, hey, we've got the fucking money, man. Let's do this. And she's scared. She called your bluff,
Right.
and then you started asking for money. That is why it's begging for money. That's why.
Right.
But again, that's a subjective word. That's my interpretation of it. Period.
Yeah, 100%. Let's see here. Oh, let's go to this one. I don't even think we need to go over the begging part. So, this is really interesting because this is a clip that I played earlier today on my video, but Andrew has publicly said that he has worked for TPUSA. They brought him in to do some kind of debate class,
Training.
in my opinion, or yeah, training, whatever. In my opinion, I'm starting to think that was just a front for, hey, we need to tell you what's going on and we want to prepare you for this debate with Candace. Could be wrong, but reasonable to think that.
And you didn't by chance
But
get
he
paid
goes
over $300,000 for that, did you? You know what I mean?
Yeah, that would be a great number to talk about.
Yeah.
Also, it's just it's still wild to me, and we'll get into like the really crazy stuff that he said on this one, but just the fact that an organization like TPUSA that was built by a class act, solid Christian man like Charlie Kirk would ever hire somebody like Andrew Wilson. Ever.
I don't know enough about the debate world to know if there's like someone who's really, really good that's more of a not smoking Christian. I don't know. You know what I mean? I don't know.
Well, smoking doesn't matter. I'm talking about just the degeneracy and the willingness to just sit and lie during debates to just win. You know what I mean?
Yeah, that's fair.
Let's see.
And also, he said all women are
yeah.
retards in his debate with Candace. Not exactly Charlie Kirk level fucking arguments.
He was about to double or triple down again on my live with him, but I cut him off because I was like, that's not the topic we're talking about.
Yeah.
And I think you wouldn't beat me up. I think I did it to Wes Watson. He didn't beat me up.
You didn't do shit to Wes Watson. He made you look like an idiot.
Oh, I thought earlier on your channel you said that you supported what I did there. So you just contradicted yourself again on your channel. You said that you actually
No. I said Wes Watson is an idiot. I did not. Dude, so he took something that you said on your channel and thought it was me.
Well, what I was just saying,
this is where he came from. This is where that came from.
Yeah, he didn't do anything that special. All he did was he made Wes expose what he really actually is, like a fucking Nimrod. You know what I mean? Like that's why it's like I look on that favorably because I hate Wes Watson. But yeah,
100%. All right.
Candace Owens, dumbass.
Okay, but on
your channel, you said that you actually supported
No. I said Wes Watson is an idiot. I did not support what you were doing.
No, your exact words were, I support Andrew, what he did there, actually.
No, it's not actually.
You did,
fucking
actually.
idiot.
No, you're the low IQ fool.
Go pull it up, dude.
I literally just saw it.
I'm literally gonna clip this and prove you wrong tomorrow. I'm gonna clip this and prove you wrong tomorrow.
But what you won't do is a debate because you're a coward.
Oh, here we go again.
You're worried.
Here we go.
$20,000.
$20,000. Call Mommy Erica. Get me my money, and I'll do it with you.
I'm sorry. Are you inferring that I work for TPUSA, another lie that you tell often?
You literally have worked for TPUSA, dumbass.
No, so did Candace Owens, dumbass.
In a contract.
Okay, but you were conceding that you worked for TPUSA.
No,
you just said you
I did contract work.
Dumbass.
I did one day of contract work.
There it is.
Dude.
There it is.
Yeah.
So I just want to make sure that I note this. Candace Owens did work for TPUSA then?
So are we talking about Candace or are we talking about you?
Can you answer my question? Did Candace Owens work for TPUSA?
No, I can't. Are we talking about Candace or are we talking about
We're talking about both. I'm giving an analogy.
No, we're not. We're not.
Yeah, we are.
Not.
Candace Owens
we're not. You literally just said, do you think I work for TPUSA? And
I
you
don't
just said
work
you
for
did.
TPUSA.
You don't work for them. Fuckhead.
Correct. I don't work for them. Dummy.
Jesus, dude.
Do you have any evidence that I work for TPUSA?
See, so this is why
he just
honestly,
said he did contract work.
Oh, I know. This is part of the reason why I'm just not going to do it for free. Because having a conversation with this guy, it's not about, hey, you've done work for TPUSA. Clearly, I am correct here. It's not like you were out there mowing their lawn. You went into their building. You literally said you gave Erica Kirk a hug after you called her a retard.
Mm-hmm.
Then you went in and taught a debate class. That is you working for the company, whether it's a contract, whether it's a W-2, you're working for them.
And this is
It's
really
a verifiable fact.
and it's a super
And so
important point.
when we get into this where it's like, oh no, I didn't. Oh, Candace did. So that, like, it's not bad because Candace did. Well, Candace worked for them before Charlie was dead. She didn't work for him after. She's not going there and trying to drive some narrative that only the left could possibly have done this, which is what Andrew's goal has been this entire time.
Yeah. And again, like this point is really important because when I was saying he's charitable and respectful strategically only, it's like,
right.
So when Erica had taken over TPUSA, had just had her husband murdered, he's like, Erica's too retarded to take over TPUSA. But when he stands to make money with like from her, and when he's trying to present himself as a knight in shining armor, then he's like, I went up to her and I said, geez, I'm real super sorry that this happened. And I gave her a hug. You're all, hey, what happened to she's too retarded to take over TPUSA when it was even more recent that her husband had been murdered? Like,
right.
Do you know what I mean? It's like, it's this a fraudulent way to present himself. It's not, I mean, fraudulent is not even the right word.
That's the thing.
It's just not real. None of it's real.
That's the thing though. And that's what I've learned about this like debate crowd thing is it's almost like what cops can do. Cops can literally lie to you to get you to admit to stuff or whatever.
It's exactly like that.
And so in order to win the debate or win the conversation, they'll sit there and lie. And it's like, at that point, what are we doing? Like, is this debate class? Is this psychological, like mind fucking? Or are we just talking about legitimate points? Because if you honestly look at this, there are several points where he just has no answer. No answer. It turns into, oh, well, Candace worked for them too. Okay, but that doesn't change the fact that you also worked for them. Dumbass.
Yep.
Simple as that. But that's what this turns into, and it's just hilarious. And then, folks, this is where it just gets bad, unfortunately. And this is kind of like the part where I'm moving into to where, how would you want your organization to be involved with somebody like this? The claim is that he is this Christian Orthodox man. I don't know about the traditional aspect of it. I seriously doubt it. I don't know if he's ever claimed that. But this Christian Orthodox man, who just, dude, I've never really met somebody that I could honestly say is this big of a degenerate. I've met a decent amount of them, especially where I grew up. But just the willingness, how are you a Christian and consistently act this way? Or being willing to lie, manipulate whatever just to win a debate.
It's that part. It's a game to them, dude. It's a game.
Right.
And that there actually is a lot of crossover. Like I'm being only half honest when I like act like the entire, like I don't understand it. I completely understand it. It's like, if you are fighting a guy, like if you fight a guy, you have the ability to either strangle them, knock them unconscious, or the fights like literally goes and they literally quit. They cannot go anymore and you break their spirit. Like that's the ultimate way to win. And it's like, that's really kind of the exact same thing in the debate. Like they try to break their brain and have them panic, have them fucking freak out, or have them just completely humiliate themselves. And the feeling for the debate guy that wins is identical to the fight, just at a, like, not exactly the highest level, but the instinct is identical between those two things. You want to break your opponent. You know what I mean? I get it.
Yeah, 100%. So, I
have like, let me see what Gabrielle said. I probably have about like 10 minutes left.
Okay, cool.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, this is where it gets bad, folks. And he wants proof that I'm not gay.
USA, you dumb low.
Yes, they paid you for a debate class, buddy.
So that means I
work for them? You for that.
Yes,
why did they hire you for that?
Because I'm really good at it. Does that mean I work for them?
No, you're not. You're not
Yeah,
even fucking close to good.
Does that mean that I work for them? Can you answer the question? Does that mean I work for them?
Of course it does.
Can you answer the question?
You're asking at least because
does that mean I work for them?
Yes, it
Yeah,
does.
you've done work for them.
Does that mean I work for them?
Oh my God.
Yes, you've done work for them.
Please.
Does that mean I work for them?
Yes,
Yes.
you've done work for them.
Yeah, I know, but that's not the question I'm asking. Does that mean I work for them?
Yes, you've done
Yes,
work
it
for them.
Does that mean I work for them?
Yes, you've done work for them.
It
So you're not going to
absolutely
answer the
means
question.
that.
You're just going to lie. You're just going to lie.
It's
like
not
a
a lie.
very, very
Pause it.
verifiable
I'm sorry.
fact.
I
Yeah,
have to
and
comment on
do
this.
I work for
Your
them
game
now?
is just not going to work here. That's
Do
it.
I work for them now, low IQ?
Being
Can you
a
answer the question, please?
contractor is not.
I've answered it. Thank you.
Yeah, so you want to answer the question because you.
Jesus.
Yeah, this is where it just gets
It's so
kind of
stupid.
sad.
It's such a stupid question because yes, 100% it means that you work for them. Just because you don't have an active contract in this exact moment, it doesn't mean that you don't work for them. Are you going to burn that bridge? Like you are indebted and loyal to that organization because they've given
Correct.
you money for your services very recently, which means, of course, that is a fucking source of money for you and a source of employment that you may tap soon, whatever. You're not going to poison that relationship. Yes, it means you work for them. Fucking dumb.
Correct.
Dumb.
You go
I've
on
answered
video.
it
You go on video all
times
the time
now.
and say that I do work for
Several
TPUSA and you're
times.
lying and you don't want to admit that you're
Several
lying.
times.
You haven't answered it once. Do I
I can't see. I
currently
can't.
work for
I can't.
TPUSA?
How would I have proof that you don't?
Okay, well, that would be a negative claim. It's unfalsifiable. How do I have proof you're not gay? How do I have proof of
Why
that?
would you even think about that?
What's
That's
the proof?
fucking weird.
Yeah, I need you to show proof that you've never
Oh,
sucked a
he was
dick, bro.
just trying
Can
to
you show me
use that
proof?
as an example.
Can you show me proof you've never sucked a dick?
Some weird thoughts you
Fucking
got, dude.
dumbass. What a fucking
Some weird
idiot,
ass
dude.
thoughts, dude.
What?
Yeah,
Okay,
I'm a
that
fucking
makes
idiot.
no
Show me the
sense.
proof.
Why
Show me the
you
proof
lied.
that you've never taken it up the ass, bro. Where's the proof?
Oh, here we go.
Would
Now
you
it's
have proof?
turned into
Do you
a
want-
real- So, for me, what's weird about this is, yeah, he was making a point, but what's really weird to me is that this is the thought that he came up with just right off the top of his head. That's what the weirdest thing is to me. It's like,
I'm
you've
sure
been
he's
thinking
used
about
that
me,
example
man?
before.
Like, what's been going on?
Yeah.
It's just really, really kind of weird. But yeah, man, this is just a total cluster. It's not, for me, it's just not even a good faith conversation, because if you've got someone there who's willing to sit there and lie, I don't really know what we're doing.
I
You know
mean,
what I mean?
that's why you make him pay if you want to do it, because it's not something fun that you're going to do. You're like, this is not going to be fun for me. I don't like doing weird, like disingenuous conversations. I'm willing to do it.
Yep.
But you know, what I mean?
So yeah, folks. So here's how it ends. It ends with Andrew trying to bully me, which is just the funniest thing ever. He just keeps saying I'm a coward, I'm low IQ, I'm a retard, and that I need to debate him right now. And dude, the jokes that came off of this are, dude, I feel like today on X, it's like I was back in high school. People are like, oh, he had to go to bed. Yeah, it's 11:30. I'm tired. I'm not going to debate the guy for an hour. If he would have sent me a wire for 20 grand right then and there, okay, great. We'll do it. We got Nate there to do it. It's not in person, but if he would have sent it to me right then and there, fine. But I'm not going to sit on there and listen to your weird way of doing this instead of going to bed. Sorry, bro. I need my sleep.
The Zucker is saying debating is technically a martial art, the art of fighting without violence. This is 100% accurate.
Yeah.
It's possible I don't actually feel the way that I'm pretending that I do about debates. Maybe, or maybe I do. I don't know. I wouldn't let you know, because maybe I want people to think I don't care. But yeah, he's right.
Well, here's some of it, just so you guys can see how fucking goofy this gets. Say it 10 more times.
Yeah, do you want to do the debate? So you're not
You
gonna
already
do
know the
debate?
parameters. It's not going to change, buddy. I appreciate
Okay.
it.
All right. Well, I guess I'll let you
Nate,
get
do we have anything else, dude? Because I'm pretty much done with whatever this is.
Are you guys are you and Dan good? I don't know if
We're good.
everyone's talking
Have
to you,
a
but-
wonderful night.
Great. I'm great. I just don't respect people who would never talk to me like this in person.
Because you'd beat him up.
No, because you would never even think about doing it.
He would
I think I
beat you
would,
up.
and I think you wouldn't
No,
beat me
you
up.
wouldn't.
Yes,
I think I
because he
did
would
it to
beat
West
you up.
Boston. He didn't beat me up.
He's on a
It
fucking
did-
stage, guy. You guys were on a
It's-
fucking stage with a billion
it's-
witnesses. Would you talk to Dan like this in a fucking bar, in a dark bar in Texas? He'd fucking remove. I'm scared. I'm sorry. Never mind.
This is where it's just kind of like we're living in La La Land here. it just removes every realistic aspect of life. It's like, oh, I can sit here and say whatever I want to you with no consequence. Sorry, dude. That's just usually not how it works. And I'm not saying I would do anything. You can say a lot to me, but who knows?
Yeah.
Who knows? And that's, like I said, it's a gamble. It's always a gamble.
It's a lot if we're in a fucking bar. But yeah, I mean,
well,
it's like,
I'm not going to say that. I'm just saying you, if you push people to a certain point, this is the real world. This isn't like your high school debate little thing. And like I said, some dudes just don't care. Some dudes will get an assault charge and they do not care. And that's kind of where this just gets goofy for me, because, I think maybe two people in my entire life have talked to me like this in person, and both of them were fights. Both of them.
Dude, I completely understand. I've told that story 1,000 times, like, since it happened, when I got surgery on my face, got the sinus lift. No one has challenged me like in a serious way in literally 20 years. And the one time it happened is the first day I left my house after I had that major facial surgery. And I just said to the guy, I'm like, I got surgery on my face 3 days ago. And he's all, why are you telling me that? And I just I said it, I thought it in my head and said it out loud. And then I just got on my wheel and just bounced, because I was like, I just laugh thinking about it now. I got surgery on my face 3 days ago. He's all, oh, cool. Why are you telling me that? Oh, man.
Yeah, but for me, it's hard to operate in this like fake world, which, like I said, I never even knew about. Part of that stream was Andy. I think we already talked about it, was him explaining to me what the debate world is like. And it's just, dude, miss me with it. Let's just talk. I
was talking to his booker, and I told him, I'm completely down to do a debate, but the position I'm taking is that I will say Tyler Robinson should not be convicted based on the current evidence. That's what I'll defend. And they were like, no. And then they came back with another one, and I'm like, I mean, listen, dude, like they came back and said he'll debate you if your position is that Tyler Robinson, his position is Tyler Robinson having done it is more likely than what Jesse has been proposing. And I'm like, well, the only things I've ever proposed are A, that it was potentially Tyler and a group of leftists around him, or B, that Charlie's alive and it's a hoax. And I was like, but I don't think TPUSA are the bad guys. I never have. People probably just assume that I do if they've never watched my content, because like I hang out with people who do. But
hey, will you talk just for a minute? I got to go to the bathroom really quick.
Yeah.
Okay. Appreciate it.
Yeah. And I was like, I'm not trying to hurt TPUSA. And the only way where I would be able to defend the hoax thing is to demonstrate that they were involved in what happened. And I'm not trying to do that on a platform that big. I don't want to hurt them. I don't want to hurt them at all. My entire reason of bringing it up in the first place was actually trying to help them. But, so I don't even think she ever responded after that. I'm pretty sure. Because I was just like, yeah, I mean, do you think that he wants to debate that like Tyler Robinson doing it by himself is more likely than what my proposition was, that there was a bunch of other leftists that were involved? Because I have a feeling that's going to be a tough one to defend. And the hoax thing, I don't want to do that because I don't want to hurt TPUSA. So, it is what it is. But yeah, I don't know. On a different note, right before I leave, did you guys hear that Milo got deported, or got arrested and deported? And that comes literally 1 week after he outed Benny Johnson on Timcast, which, by the way, I'm doing Timcast on the 1st, which is creeping up here. Actually, I just realized I fly out there on Monday, and then I do Timcast on Tuesday evening at 8:00 Eastern. But Milo on Timcast a week ago said that, let's just say that a prominent Republican influencer who's very close to the administration was doing cocaine in boys, and his wife was downstairs crying at all of the conferences. And 1 week later, they arrested him, and he's getting deported. But it was an expired visa. But I don't know. It feels like that's probably connected. All right, dude. I got to jump.
You got to hit it.
I got to hit it. Wow, YouTube really crushing it. I edited.
Oh, is it?
Well, I edited one of the, I did an upload and they gave me a yellow. I edited it down to 35 seconds and then asked for a review. They're all, yeah, it stands. It's like, wow. So they're really doing a great job reviewing it. I literally chopped a 30-minute video into 30 seconds and they're all, yep, sorry. Still not up for advertising. It's like, okay. So I'm glad someone actually reviewed it. Anyway. Well,
dude, right, I'll hit you up later. I could probably come out tomorrow. Yep. But dude, appreciate you being here, man.
Of course. Thank you guys for coming on. Dan, love you, brother. Come in. Yeah, hit me up. Come over tomorrow. And we'll chat later.
Yeah, sounds good, man.
All right, man.
All right, folks. So what do we have up next? So here is Andrew talking about him being hired by TPUSA. Or at least that's what this one says. We're gonna have to wait and see.
Charlie Kirk, conspiracy theorist liaison to my own TPUSA. I requested that they hire me as the official Charlie Kirk, conspiracy theorist liaison. My request. So all these like Baron Coleman and Candace Owens and all of them, I will be happy to go answer all of your questions that you have, as long as we can do it live. You have to now come. Great, Andrew's compromised. Well, maybe you should have your heroes challenge me to a debate, and let's see who's compromised. Now they got to come to me.
See, so this is actually really funny. This is actually the first clip that I saw of Andrew Wilson, and this is why I challenged him. I'd sent him a message. I don't know if it was a message or I replied to something on his Twitter. And initially I said, come on my channel. But then I was like, dude, this guy's out of control. So I was like, I'll go on your channel. And that's when the whole, initial debate conversation started. And it wasn't debate structure. So we didn't do it. And now it's turned into everyone's saying that I won't debate him. No, I will. But you're going to pay me for my time because you are kind of impossible to deal with. Maureen, welcome. Thank you. Welcome everyone. Let's smash that like button. Get ready for some fun. Warning, disrespect will not be tolerated. Thank you, Michelle. Best mod ever. One of the best mods ever. I got a bunch. Good call not giving in. He was totally trying to rage bait you into an instant debate. You stood your ground. Great job. I'll be honest with you guys. Was I as calm as I could have been? Probably not. I think overall I did a really good job dealing with. Yeah, I mean, I don't know how to explain it other than it's like an annoying child. It's literally it. It's like we're trying to have a legitimate conversation, and when you're losing points, you just go off on a tangent like you're a child because you can't handle the truth or you can't handle losing ultimately. And at that point, it's like he's asking me why I won't debate him at 11:30 at night because you're impossible to deal with. You're not impossible to beat. I handed your ass to you on several points, and you just spin them to make it look like, oh, I won. Great. You can think you won all you want. That's not the goal for me. For me, the goal has always been to expose bad actors. And I don't think Andrew Wilson is this guy who's coming into this in a genuine manner. I think he's from the debate world. I think he, I imagine he's done well in it. Like I said, I really don't know. I don't know anything about that, but just kind of weird, man. Have a great stream, Dan, folks. Beware incoming pickles. Oh yeah. Yeah, I was thinking about it. Why Andrew was having those gay thoughts about me, why I could just rattle them off. And you know what I think it is? I think it's because of Free Willy. Maybe he's tired of her, you know? Maybe she needs to move on to the fourth baby daddy. Who knows? That could be an honest to God thing. But I don't know, folks. I don't know about you guys, but that Free Willy video was so funny. That I think we're just gonna watch it again here. Let's see.
He preferred cigarettes and being left alone until one day,
boy.
Hey, Rachel.
he found someone just like him.
That's my girl.
It was a friendship nobody expected. Rachel never questioned his logic, never asked for evidence. Finally, Andrew was undefeated until someone came to take it all away.
Andrew, I need your help.
With what?
Help us bury the
man.
Charlie Sharks conspiracy.
Erica, that's a lot to cover up.
Then Rachel goes back to one of her 3 previous owners.
Dude, that's the best line ever.
You wouldn't.
Oh
Try
my
me.
God, that's the best line ever.
I'm getting you out of here.
Freedom has a price.
Go, Rachel! Go!
And Andrew was running out of time.
Stop! You're looking at 7 separate charges.
Name them.
Trespassing, destruction of property, obstruction.
That's 3.
There was only one way out.
Come on, Rachel!
Oh man.
Free Wilson. Coming soon to video cassette.
That's funny. Oh, that's good fun. Yeah, I was watching some guy and he was kind of talking about the conversation that I had with Andrew, and it was pretty interesting, the points that he was making. But he was making a point about how Andrew's the kind of guy that just doesn't care about anything. He has no shame, and it's starting to really make sense because the amount of stuff that he's said that just makes no sense, or just has such a small possibility of being true, like the bullets disappearing in the air. Like, what are we doing? And it kind of goes along the same thing as when I called them out for working with or for TPUSA. The response is, oh, well, Candace did it too. Okay, great. So you're admitting that you worked for TPUSA. Oh, no, I didn't. Yes, you did. You did. And you just completely lost the point. But like I said, it's very interesting talking to these people. You did the right thing not giving in. Little Andy has a major crush on you. You know, it's starting to seem that way. I got to tell you guys, his crowd of people, it's been the funniest thing all day. The insults. I mean, it's literally like they're little minions of Andrew. It's like, oh, you're gay. Oh, you're a retard. Oh, you're low IQ. You're all this. And it's like, okay, guys, great job. I got a garage to paint. I got to get on with my day. I got to go lift. Keep talking about me, please. It's just the funniest thing ever. 1776 Reclaimer, welcome. Here's for you: keeping your composure and keeping your cool when his sloppy drunk self was trying to taunt you. He's used 2 young girls. Great job again. Yeah, I mean, look, where he tried to take the conversation is, oh, well, I just want to fight you or I just want to hurt you. And that's not the case at all. For me, it's if you take the conversation to somewhere disrespectful, that's on you. For me, I've always been a fan of let's just talk respectfully. We don't have to throw in the retards. We don't have to throw in the, oh, you're gay and all the other stuff. And look, at the end of the day, all that's fine. But if that's how you come at people, you're kind of asking for it. You're kind of asking for people to potentially get into that mindset. And, you know, and then it turns into, oh, well, that's your only point. No, I made several points that you didn't have an answer for, or that you tried to filibuster, or, you know, that he just couldn't back up. So we never saw Andrew's DD 214, so he could still be full of shit. I would tell Nate to make sure he gets that from Andrew and then verify it himself. So I will say that I believe on his stream before he came on, because Nate was doing a stream, I think, for 3 hours, and then Andrew was doing a stream for X amount of time. And then Nate sent me the link because apparently they wanted to go on with each other. But I believe that he showed it beforehand, and I believe it's on a YouTube video now. Like I said, I didn't serve, so I don't know how it's supposed to look and if there's supposed to be a signature on there. Apparently there isn't a signature. So look, that's not really a point of contention for me. For me, it's always been, if you make a mistake like his wife did, and you say that he was an Army sniper, which is a pretty, you know, honorable thing or cool thing to be in the Army, that's not something light. That's not something that you can just be like, oh, I was confused. Just own it. Just own it. You were wrong. Come out, own it. I apologize to all the Army snipers out there. But they don't do that. It's very odd behavior. I was a mech in the USMC. My old lady knows that. Yeah. I mean, how believable is it that you're with a woman for a certain amount of time and she doesn't know, one, that you weren't in the military for X amount of time? Like you had to have had that conversation. Tell me about you. What'd you do for work? Oh, I was in the Army. Oh, wow. That's cool. What's the second question people usually ask? What did you do in the Army? Well, I didn't even get through basic training because I had a pre-existing condition. Where is she going to get, I was an Army sniper? Where's she going to get that from? And sure, she could have completely made it up or been a complete idiot, but that doesn't excuse it. Doesn't excuse it. It's fine that Wilson washed out of basic training. It's not fine that he wants to go on to try to be a leader and influencer of military-aged men. I mean, look, I think anybody can be a leader. I think his leadership style and the people that follow him, they're kind of confused on how the world actually works, to be honest, because I cannot tell you on X today the amount of people who have said things to me. Like I said, only 2 men ever in my entire life have ever came up to me and actually had words like that, and both of those ended up in fights. And so for me, it's just like, okay, like this is kind of the crowd. And to be honest, he's doing a lot of these dudes a disservice because they're going to go and say it to the wrong guy. It's not how the world works. The world is not this blood sports debate thing where you can literally say whatever and someone's not going to be like, okay, yeah, that's what we're doing. I don't know. I don't know where these dudes grew up. I don't know what their childhood was like. I don't know what it was like when they were young adults. But for me, you just don't say certain things if you don't want to go there. But is what it is. Hey, y'all, I've been shooting, hunting, training for 30 years, probably 500,000 rounds. I can honestly say I've never had a bullet disintegrate mid-flight. Yeah, I mean, it's something that they continue to argue. Once again, it's just an irrelevant point to this entire thing. And it's another example of Andrew taking a point that's made about the 30-06 and him being an idiot on the show and saying it in front of the world that the bullet potentially could have just broke apart in thin air for all we know. Well, probably not, because he was shot. If it broke apart in thin air, don't you think there would have been a couple of holes in him? Or maybe none? For all we know, if we did know, if it broke apart, Who knows? That's several things hitting him or potentially not hitting him at all. So, like I said, it's just a point to bring people off and to make it seem like he's right on something. Okay, like I said, 1 in trillion chance, 1 in billion chance, whatever the numbers are. I don't even know how you verify something like that. I don't even know who would think about that. That's the weird part about this. Who even thinks about that? I'm going to the range and I brought an extra 30 rounds because, I'm scared some of them are just going to break apart in thin air. Nobody's ever thought that, ever. I said it before, I'm going to say it again. When we did all this testing, me, Nate, Trigger Smart, Jesse on Fire, bunch of other guys, none of us ever had the thought, even when we were shooting these old ass frangible rounds, oh, what if they break apart in the air? Not sure what's more dangerous, you on a bucking bronco or that smile of yours. Either way, I don't think I'd mind getting thrown. Oh, thank you so much. Appreciate it. Check your email. Be cool to chat about some stuff. All right. Andy says, if you just asked, I'd tell you. But when y'all asked for the DD-14, he denied y'all the proof. Yeah, I mean, that's a really good point. When this whole thing started, I forget where I saw it on X, but people were asking, like, okay, was he an Army sniper? Because Rachel was kind of going back and forth with people and trying to like defend the whole thing. And they could have easily just been like, yeah, here it is. But it turned into this entire thing. And then what it is, in my opinion, and he said it on the stream, is let them make mistakes. And in my opinion, it wasn't a mistake. It wasn't. There are clips of Andrew on the internet that he himself has not corrected. And that's on him. And he, obviously is fine with having those clips out there and not being on the record that these are false or whatever. And he's not required to do that. But when people see him, especially people in the military, and they say, well, there's one clip of you saying that you didn't serve. There's another clip of saying you did serve. Your wife is telling people that you were an Army sniper and a master gunsmith. What can people reasonably assume about that? Let's see. Oh, this must be a cope stream, as Heavy Duty got owned throughout this video, especially at the end. Embarrassing. Okay, man. Well, I appreciate the super chat. Yeah, I mean, like I said, the debate crowd, they just kind of have a weird way of looking at this. It's like, oh, he called you low IQ 75 times, so he won. Okay, great. Outstanding. How the fuck did TPUSA hire this guy? It's insane to me. Nothing compared to Charlie. I'm sure he's rolling in his grave. Disgusting. Yeah. I mean, that's kind of the other part of this. Like, forget all the debate stuff. Forget, the drama aspect of it. And I'm pretty much done with all of it at this point. It's there's a level of just it's childish, to be honest. But like I said in the beginning, I think Andrew has came into this not being genuine, not actually caring about the case, not actually granting concessions to stuff that he said. Where is the gun? Is it fair to assume that there is something sketchy going on if we can never see the gun in any video, any picture, anything like that? Is it fair to assume that it's a little bit sketchy that we never have a clear picture of Tyler Robinson in 2026, where there's flock cameras, security cameras, etc., people with phones all over the place? But that's not what it is, because it's just the debate crowd, where it's like I think his motto is not one step back, which You could assume that means don't admit anything. Don't admit you're wrong. Really, this guy's donating all of his money from the GoFundMe to an Orthodox mission in VA. Sounds pretty charitable. I had no knowledge of that. If he's doing that, great. That's awesome. But here's the problem with that. He put out a video saying, oh man, I had to pay Candace for her to do this with me. And if you want to help me recoup the money and all that stuff, if he was going to donate 300 grand or 80 grand to the mission, he would have just done it. And he also stated on Joe Rogan that he was going to pay it himself. It wasn't, I'm going to pay it and then I'm going to beg people for money to recoup it. But look, if he's donating to the mission, great. But I just don't buy the, like, I'm in a dungeon video where it's like, guys, please help me recoup the money. I didn't hear anything about I'm going to be donating it all to an Orthodox mission and that. If he added it later, great. But to be honest, I wouldn't even believe it. Well, Andy hates being held to his own words. Yeah. Like I said, folks, it's very, very interesting. These are not conversations that I have with people. Because for me, I usually don't even entertain it. And it's one of the reasons why, after he declined the first time to debate me, that I'm making him pay, is because it's just weird. It's not a real conversation. It's how do I win? It's not about truth. It's not about you conceding when I make good points that are clearly factual. It's just, I'm going to flip it around 50 different ways. Okay. It just seems like a waste of time. But all Andrew could do was name call and rage bait. It was obvious he was trying to rage bait you into an instant debate. This was crazy. Country, you did a great job standing your ground. Yeah, I mean, it's kind of funny, and I've said this before. It kind of seems like Andy was bullied in high school, and I've said this before. I was the bully who bullied bullies in high school. I hated it. I hated it when people were picking on people. And so when people try to sit and get under my skin, which is exactly what Andrew was doing. He was trying to get under my skin, and there were a couple of points that I'll admit, like he was getting there. Just because it's exhausting. It's like, it's not real life. It's just not. But yeah, I mean, if I sat there and was like, okay, yeah, I'll debate you, he punked me. And that would have been a whole different thing that they would have been talking about. Oh, I can't believe he punked you into doing it. No, it's 11:30, dude. I'm going to bed. I appreciate my sleep. And you also owe me 20 grand. So go and get it. Go and get it. And then I'll debate you. That's it. He literally said on this stream that 300 grand was nothing to him. Literally said that verbatim. 300 grand's nothing to me. I make so much money. Great. 20 grand should be nothing. Should be nothing. But he's not going to do it. Tin top off to Private Pickles, showing the interwebs how big of a muppet he is. The claim of masturbator should make people think we have dropped the standard in debating. Tenfold awesome live team from New Zealand. Man, welcome. Always got him in the house. Be rad for real. Oh, wow. We got him back again. Look at this. Holy cow, confirmed Cope Fest going on here. Not only with heavy duty, but it appears like the chat as well. Once again, you guys can't name one point that Andrew won. Not one. Not, hey, man, Dan, when he said X, Y, and Z, that he got you so bad. If he did, I'd be like, yeah, he did. Great. Not one. Not one. So it's like, yeah. Sam coping, Sam gay, Sam retarded. It's all good. It's all good. But I appreciate it, Dartho. What a name. Maestos, you're just brilliant. But you two are handsome men. It would be great to have you looking at us while talking to us. Yeah, I've got to figure this out. I've got my computer over here, and I'm new to this, folks. Just started this the other week. Dan, thanks for tearing Pickle Boy a new one. Greetings from Iceland. Yeah, I mean, like I said, folks, that's really not the goal here. I don't respect Andrew Wilson whatsoever. But like I said, respect for me kind of works differently. I have to look up to you. I just have to look up to you in some way. Otherwise, you really don't get it. Sarge, get up. Come on. Let's see. I was trying to figure out why Andrew Wilson's voice was so cringe, and I realized it was because it's literally the same cadence as Ben Shapiro. Yeah, it is. It's hard to listen to. Really hard to listen to. Genuinely, everyone needs to go give Jake a follow. He was genuinely effing hilarious and the best attempt at a mod I've ever seen. So me and Jake, by the way, I agree. Go give him a follow. But me and Jake met at a mutual buddy's house in San Antonio. Great guy. Hilarious. But yeah, him throwing up the the papers on the screen. Not a threat. Not a threat. Let's see. Dude on the left made an absolute fool out of himself. I don't know who was on the left. I don't know who he's talking about, to be honest. If you're coming to Dallas, let me know. I want to buy tickets to the Mutual Combat. You can use the BJJ or Muay Thai schools my daughter trains/works at. Yeah, I mean, look, like I said, to be honest, when he texted me after I said I'll see you in Dallas, there was no thought in my mind of going up to him and being like, hey, let's have Mutual Combat. I literally was just gonna, if I saw him, just be like, hey, what's up, man? What do you have to say now? Because he would shit his pants. He just would. And he's gonna, say, oh no, you would. You just would. And so he said after that, oh, are you gonna beat me up? After I said I'll see you in Dallas. And that's when I said, and I was at this point I was almost messing with him. I said, absolutely not, but do you know what Mutual Combat is? And that's when he's like, it has to be mutual. No shit. No shit. Once again, one of these goofy points that he makes to try to win an argument. It has to be mutual. No shit. It says mutual in the word, big dog. But yeah, he would never do that. Ever. And to be honest, I don't even want to do it. I don't want to waste the time. But it just kind of proves the point of all of this is fake. It's just fake. It's not a real conversation. It's not, hey, look, you made some really good points during our conversation. You're right. I did work for TPUSA. I could still be working for them right now. It's to be honest, a little bit suspect that he's this invested in defending Fed slop. It's a weird hill to die on. It's a weird hill to die on, saying that bullets just can disappear and making that a legitimate point. It's weird. But yeah, he would never do that. Dan wins on facts and looks. Thank you very much. Yeah. I told you both Andrew would run laps around you in a debate, and Cowboy on the left didn't want to listen, crying for 20K to debate. Not a good look. I don't know what laps he was running. See, this is the thing. Once again, all of these comments, nobody can tell me what he did. But this is what he trains people to do. It's just, oh man, he ran laps around you. Oh, you're crying for 20K? No, that's the price to debate me. I'm not doing it for free. Sorry. If you want to go debate somebody else, go do it. But like I said on my video the other day, I don't think anybody should ever debate Andrew for free again. And the reason why is he set a standard. He set the standard of, I am willing to pay crazy amounts of money to debate people. Everybody should require him to pay. That's a standard. That's a standard that he set. So you can make fun of it all you want, crying for 20K. I've got 20K. I don't need 20K. That's not what this is about. It's about if you want a second chance at debating me because you didn't want to do it the first time, you're going to pay this time. That's it. I think that's extremely fair. And also, he verifiably said on his live, or on our live last night, that 300K is nothing to him. What's 20K? Come on. Just total BS. Shirt Locker became a YouTube member. I think that's for Jesse. Shirt Locker gifted 10 Jesse on Fire memberships. Thank you for Jesse. What's funny is he won't shut up about force doctrine on whatever podcast, but when it's you, you're threatening to beat me up. Oh, 100%. But like I said, guys, this is his game. He has no problem lying or changing his principles or opinions on things to win a debate or to try to make you look stupid. That's it. Sarge, get out. Go. Come on. He literally went on Joe Rogan and said, I think most of the problems in life can be solved through dueling. Where's that energy, bro? Where is it? I didn't even say a duel. He literally said dueling in terms of like old school 6 shooters, take 10 steps and fire. I was just saying, I just want to see what you're like in person because I think you're going to be incredibly nice to me. I don't think you would have this energy at all because once again, some could argue it's a major gamble. That's it. But yeah, the force doctrine's really funny. Yeah, I mean, with me, it's, oh, you're threatening me. Verifiably false. And I texted him this after he said that in our text messaging or on X. I said, call the cops. Call the cops right now. If I threaten you, call the cops. I'll go turn myself in. You don't think I know what I'm doing? But of course you won't. But hey, man, you can still do it. They're going to fucking laugh at you. They're going to be like, what are we doing here? That would be the funniest thing. Oh, well, you know, he's inferring that they're not going to go for that either. Andrew reflects TPUSA 2.0 values, sleazeballing, 100%. I don't even know what TPUSA stands for anymore. I mean, the stuff where they go on Charlie Kirk's show, don't change the name. Try to talk about all this stuff instead of focusing on what Charlie was actually talking about. If you guys don't want to sit and give the people who have been questioning things some kind of like tip of the cap, it's just the weirdest thing to me, especially on the conservative side. It's like, when did people get so loving to, oh, the FBI, they said they solved the case in 8 hours. They must be absolutely correct. Oh, the gun dogs couldn't even find the gun. The cops just found it. I don't know. Really weird. Exactly, Charlie has nothing in comparison to this dude. What the fuck is TPUSA doing? They will never be Charlie. Andrew is a disgrace compared to Charlie Kirk. Yeah, he is. And the funny thing is, I think Andrew could be a really good guy. He's just chose to go this way in life. It's in there somewhere. It's in there somewhere. And last night when I was freaking out, I was like, calm down, dude. Or when he was freaking out, I was like, calm down. It's going to be okay. It's going to be okay. It's funny. People were like, oh man, he got Dan so mad. Dude. It's so funny. It's 100% a threat, guys. Look it up. And he careful dealing with wimps like pillow hugger Andy baby. No, it's not. It's just not. Mutual combat's 100% illegal. Legal in Texas. As long as it's mutual. Which, of course, that's what I would want. But like I said, it wasn't even a serious thing. I only said it because he was like, are you going to come beat me up? And I literally said, absolutely not. I just want to see what you're like in person, man. Come on. I want to see that big dog energy that you got on the internet. Because I don't believe it for a second. I just don't. But that'll never happen because I don't have time for it. The Wilsons are people dread going into Walmart because you'll find folks like them in dirty PJs smelling like an ashtray, screaming at their second cousin about baby daddy drama in the snack aisle. Yeah. I mean, to be honest with you, he just doesn't seem like a happy guy. And maybe that's just the persona he gives off, or maybe that's just the, debate side coming out or what, but he just doesn't seem like he likes his life that much. Which I don't know what to tell you. I think we read this one before. Debating is technically a martial art, the art of fighting without violence. Yeah, absolutely. For me, it's just when you can't concede to things that you're wrong on, it just becomes a circus. It becomes a circus. Andrew has narcissistic personality disorder. The insults trying to force you to answer the question is all a tactic to feel like he has control. Yeah. 100%. I mean, I don't know about the narcissistic personality disorder. It definitely seems like that. And if he does have that, this is a great gig for him, debating. Like I said, I just learned that it was an actual thing. I don't know how long ago, but more power to you, man. But I don't think you should be doing it on stuff like this. Go talk about the moon landing. Go debate that with some weirdo. Call him a retard. Call him low IQ. Oh, man. Bless Butterfly Girl. Thank you so much. I appreciate it. Keep it up, both of you guys. Love from the UK. UK in the house. What's going on? Great job keeping your cool with him. As good as you did. He is infuriating. Yeah, when I was younger, oh, man. I don't even think I'd be able to sit on there for 5 minutes. I was a hothead when I was younger. But yeah, the infuriating part to it, and I don't even call it that. It's kind of like an itch that you just can't get. And it's honestly what it comes from is you being a genuine person when he's just not. And I forget the guy's name that was going over this today, but it's literally a big advantage in debate is being able to do this, to go off of your principles, to be able to switch shit around, to say, I believe in the Force doctrine, but then with me, it's, oh, you're threatening me. You're saying you want to beat me up. Incorrect. Verifiably false. But that's what it turns into. And it's all just to win a conversation. Dude, nobody's that invested. Nobody's that invested. If you think you won, great. Go tell everybody you won. See how much I give a shit. People with an actual brain will look at it and say, wow, this is weird. Let's see. So does TPUSA security not work for them? I'm sure that is contract work. Yeah, I mean, it's the stupidest point ever made. There are more and more companies are doing more and more contracting positions. Sales are a lot of sales jobs are 1099 commission only. That's contract work. Sure, you may work 40 hours, you may work 20 hours. They can't tell you when to come and go. but you still work for them. The cherry on top of it was, well, Candace did too. Great. It doesn't change the fact that you worked for them, dude. Let's see. Has anyone ever said you both come across as the hot high school girls teaming up for a narrative? Horrible friends like Nat capitulating. No. I don't think anybody has ever asked that other than you. It's a weird thought process. I will say, for me, I would never team up with Andrew for anything, ever. The reason being is you just don't know what you're getting with the guy. You just don't. Am I getting a genuine person here? Am I getting a person who's trying to work me? Am I getting a person who's just trying to win? Am I getting a person who literally can't admit wrong on anything? What am I getting here? That's not somebody that I would want to team up on anything. I think I said it today. I wouldn't hire the guy to do a kid's birthday party for me. Can't even put on the Superman costume, man. Go smoke your cigarettes and go somewhere else. But that's just my opinion. I don't respect people like him. But there are people out there that do, and I respect their opinion, and everyone is not for everyone. But for me, my principles, the way I live my life, it would be tough for me to even be in a room with him, to be honest. At least now that I know him. If I just met him randomly and I didn't know any of this stuff, who knows? Gifted Jesse on Fire, 1 membership. Thank you from Jesse. Oh, here we go. You're not worth 20K, bro. Nice cope stream. Here's $5 for your next batch of creatine, dummy. Well, you sent that to Jesse. So, good job, dummy. Amazing. Amazing. Once again, I'm coping, but you guys can't name one thing. You can't name one thing. Still waiting. Still waiting. What's the point, guys? Oh, you got a low IQ. Okay. Really funny. For the beautiful mods. Thank you, Christy. Yeah, they're doing a great job. If you have to work late on a Friday night, at least I have y'all in my ear. Love from Kentucky. I love Kentucky. Man, when did I go to Knob Creek? I think it was during COVID. Maybe 2020, 2021, maybe? I don't know. Maybe it was a little bit later. But I went to Knob Creek. That gun range is awesome. I don't know if you're anywhere near there, but the guns you can shoot there, man. Really, really cool stuff. Sarge, go. Come on. Yeah. Sorry, folks. My dog, it's thunder and lightning here. So my dog wants to be next to his papa. Where was Andrew when Charlie was alive? And why have most never heard of him until now? Sorry, Charlie, but Charlie would never include someone like Andrew in his teachings on debate. Of course he wouldn't. Because Charlie had principles. He had legitimate principles that he could debate on, that he wouldn't move from, and he could concede on things when he was wrong. But like I said, folks, you just don't know what you're getting with the guy. And as far as I'm concerned, he just came into this looking like he could just make money. He talks about it all the time. I don't know someone who brags more. I don't know any YouTuber, any streamer, anyone. Literally, people that I know who make a ton of money in person, never. But almost every single night, I'm making a ton of cash. He's got it up on the screen. Oh, I'm making $3,000 on my live. It's gross. It's gross. And it's so obvious why you're here and why you're doing it. He literally, during that conversation we had, was like, oh, 300K is nothing to me. You have any idea how many super chats I get? How much money I'm making? I don't give a shit. I literally don't give a shit. Nobody gives a shit. I think I've said this before. As long as your basic needs are met in life, plus a little bit extra to maybe not even have to worry about the grocery bill or spending gas and be able to go and take your family to do cool stuff, there is no incremental happiness to making more money. You're not getting this insane amount of happiness if you buy a Ferrari. You're just not. Ask anybody with one. It's just another car, or it's cool for 2 weeks and then it's just another car you drive. But yeah, Andrew, Charlie would never work with him. I'm willing to bet everything I have on it. Ever. That's the opposite of what he preached in his organization. If you have to lie, manipulate, and whatever else to simply win a conversation, what's the point? I get that it's a sport now. I didn't understand that before. Apparently, there's like this place called DebateCon, and they actually have like, it's a sport. I would have never thought about that in a million years. I thought it was just like a high school thing. But I totally get that it's a sport, but when it comes to this stuff, is it really a sport? When we're sitting and talking about the death of somebody amazing? I would like to think not. I love you guys so much. Never miss a video. Thank you so much. We appreciate you too. You're making exact point Rachel was during her ratchet argument with Priscilla on whatever. Bet you wouldn't do that to me to my face. You'd get checked. Well, it's probably a good point. I mean, that's how the world works, guys. That's it. I don't know. I don't know what to tell you. But this debate crowd and this crowd where they're like, oh, I could say anything to you, including in your face, and you're just going to take it. That's just not how men work. It's just not. I don't know how to explain it. I feel like this is so easy to understand. The reason why it maybe doesn't happen a lot is because we're between a screen. You can say whatever you want. I can't reach through a screen. But like I said, I have had people talk shit to me on the internet. And I've seen them in person. And every single time. Oh man, I was just joking. Oh, dude, you're awesome, man. You're cool. You're cool. Oh, okay. Cool. That's what I thought. That's how the world works, guys. I don't know what to tell you. But this whole, oh, Rachel made the same debate comment. Cool. It's probably a good comment. Realistically, I don't know what was said, but whatever. You think that went well for you? Yeah, I did. It did. 100%. But like I said, we're in two different like worlds here. We got the debate crowd over here who's like, oh man, he said IQ. You have a low IQ a million times and he called you a retard and he made you do this. Great. Okay, cool. If you guys want to analyze it like that, okay. But as far as actual points made, yeah, I fucking buried him. Absolutely buried him. You're not going to sit there and tell me that I'm going to be charitable to your wife. It's funny how he used that word too, when right after we go into him begging for money. It seems like getting charity is on your mind quite a bit. You want charity for your wife. You want charity for your own pocket. It's charity, man. But yeah, this is great. This is great. I still cry every time I watch that video, Free Wilson. Oh, it's so funny. It's so funny. Whoever made that, my God, they deserve an Oscar. It was fantastic. This is for Jesse. Heavy, you handled yourself the best way you could with his stupid debate tactics. Definitely just try to get you riled up. Glad y'all are going over it. I'm late, so I'm starting over. Yeah. Yeah, he for sure did. And like I said, I wasn't perfect with it. And I'm not perfect by any means in terms of always being cool, calm, and collected. But I will tell you, that's just, like I said, this is fake. It's the internet. That's why it's funny. Like at the end where he's like, oh, I'd absolutely say this to your face. No, you wouldn't. In a million years. In a million years. You would never do it. I thought you were calm. I wouldn't waste too much time on someone that talks big on a mic that wouldn't tell you in person. Yeah, exactly. Like I said, folks, this has just been a blast for me. I think we're pretty much to an end point here, to be honest. I mean, how much more can I give the guy? I've done a bunch of videos on him. I've called him out on a bunch of stuff. Had a conversation with him last night. He thinks he won. Okay, great. If you want to think you won, if all of your people want to think you won, when you can't name one point that he made that I lost, okay. But I don't know. Like I said, it's just all fake. It's all fake, and it's not real life. So whatever, man. But yeah, I just don't really want to focus on it anymore, to be honest. I kind of want to go back to, and I think we've had a good balance, but I want to go back to just kind of focusing on what the truth is, because you're not going to find it with Andrew Wilson. It's not. You've got to be charitable. Be charitable to him, guys, okay? When he's not feeling good, when he can't open a pickle jar, when Free Willy, his wife, is, telling people that he's an army sniper online, you've got to be charitable, okay? And also, guys, you've got to be charitable to his give, send, go, because he's definitely not begging for money, okay? Let's just all be charitable. Can we be charitable? Jesus Christ. And people thought he won. We all know that he would never say that shit to your face because he would go to sleep for a long time. Yeah, like I said, definitely don't want to hurt the guy. Definitely don't. I would never go out to him and like sock him in the face. And that's kind of the point of like the threat. If I said, hey, when I see you, I'm just going to punch you in the face. Absolutely. Like that's a threat. It's a verifiable threat. But that's not what happened at all. But like I said, this is how they package it. They package it to where they feel like they can win. The problem is the truth is the truth. And that's it. Me receiving a Cosmo from across the bar right now in the midst of you letting us know how gay it is. Spit it out, tossed it, because I felt a little gay. Good job. Oh, man. That's so funny. Yeah, we kind of started joking at the end, and he was telling me how good vodka Sprites are. It's not really a drink that I would ever even consider. Ever. Hey, sir. My name's Dan. Can I have a vodka Sprite? No, never. Never. Did you have a few glasses of wine? I don't drink wine. Thank you, though. Buff like Jesus, the man. I nabbed a screenshot of Pickles DD214 from his live before he pulled it down. He was separated for a pre-existing medical condition, didn't wash out. But hey, he was proud that he got promoted to E2. Yeah, he was proud about that. Like I said, I didn't see it. I didn't study it. I didn't serve. So I don't even know what those are supposed to look like. But like I said, for me, it's the army sniper thing's just outrageous. And especially the be charitable comment. Fuck you. No. People don't have to be charitable when your wife lies or confuses your military service with something pretty prestigious in the Army. It takes a long time to become an Army sniper. People do not have to be charitable, especially to somebody like you. It's hilarious. Be charitable, guys. Maybe I should change the live stream name to Let's Be Charitable to Andy. Just a little charity, guys. Come on. Oh, man. His docs are definitely altered. You can see flaws. I wouldn't know. Definitely wouldn't put it past him. For sure. But I don't know. So. Hey, man, I just found this online. Look up sealing. I don't know where the fuck the word came from, but it's a tactic Wilson is using 100%. Yeah, like I said, the tactics, he for sure has me on. I'll concede that, absolutely. But like I said, it'd be weird if he didn't. He does this for a living. He does it for a living. He's going up against a dude who rodeoed and ranched and did some other work. I mean, now I do other stuff that's pretty high level, but I wasn't a master debater in college. I didn't go to an Ivy League school. I didn't spend my summers in debate class. I was at the beach. I was at the lake. I was playing baseball. I was on a horse, actually doing good shit with your life, not learning how to lie just to win a conversation or to spin things just to win a conversation. Miss me with that. I don't even want to understand the first thing about that ever. Because for me, just working people. I don't work people in my life. Let's see. Could scribbling or writing on the bullet maybe make that round weak? Just saying not everyone does that. Well, was the scribbling on the actual round or was it on the casing? Because from what I saw, it was on the casing. And I mean, once again, we're going into territories that are so rare. I don't know. But for me, the exploding or the bullet just disappearing in the air, if it was going to do that, why wouldn't it just break apart when it's shot? I mean, that's going to be the most force on the round. The air is nothing compared to the hammer hitting it or the firing pin hitting it. So, I mean, squib rounds exist. That's verifiable. I mean, if a round decided to disintegrate, I feel like you would see a bunch of weird crap flying out the end of your barrel. But once again, we're discussing stuff that's just goofy, to say the least. Hey, Bill, I'm going to be in Texas for 3 weeks. Just prove to me that you're not gay. Oh, yes. Laughing my ass off. Just kidding. I'm going to be in Texas in 3 weeks. Love your face. Well, welcome. Yeah, I've got to prove to everybody that I'm not gay just for Andrew Wilson. Why? I'm still curious. Maybe you guys can help me with this. Why was that something that he could rattle off so easily? Kind of seems a little bit gay that it's just on the top of your mind. Asking me to prove that I don't SDs or that I don't take it up the ass. Really, like I said, really classy, really portraying a Christian man, really giving TPUSA a great name, Maybe they're telling him to say that he never worked for them because they're embarrassed. I mean, I know they unfollowed him after the debate. Slap in the face that is. You're a badass. Fuck Andrew Wilson. He has no morals. Charlie would have never hired him. The only reason TPUSA has is to cover up the fake. 9 out of 10. Yeah. You know, I don't know. I would love to be a fly on the wall to hear those conversations and the thought of the conversations that had to have happened where it's like, yes, Andrew Wilson, let's get that guy. Look at how he is online. This is definitely the guy for a Christian-based organization, especially with how Charlie Kirk was and how Charlie Kirk was the complete opposite of this guy in terms of morals, how he acted, how he carried himself, his class, his faith, how he didn't work people. He was just honest, just stuck to his guns on his principles. I think he's on the spectrum. My opinion only. Yeah, I mean, I don't know. I think he's probably got some kind of disorder, to be honest. I mean, the narcissist makes the most sense, but like I said, I think it's a term thrown around a lot. Could be an act just for the debate stuff. He could have learned how to be it just for the debate stuff, but I kind of feel like what you get with Andrew here is just kind of how he is. But yeah, maybe. Hey, Heavy, just wanted to let you know I watch every video. I'm on the Eastern Shore side of Maryland. There's plenty of good old boys like us over here. We're praying for these sissies to revolt. There we go. Man, Maryland. That sounds like an interesting place. Let's see. Insults are low IQ, and Pickles Wilson is the king of low IQ. Love you, man. Yeah. I think calling someone who is verifiably not low IQ is pretty much low IQ. It's just soft. Pretty much everything about Andrew Wilson is soft. If you're a man who is willing to lie about your principles in life just to win a conversation, that is probably one of the most soft things I have ever heard a man do. A man is principled no matter what. He sticks to his guns on what he believes, who he is as a man, and that's it. That's it. Here we go. Heavy duty cope. You notice how none of these people can say where Andrew made a good point. Come on, you guys. You can come up with one. Somebody send me one, please. Yes. You think that went well for you? Yeah, I did. Big dumb country. Oh, good one. Yes. Nice. You're not getting 20K to grunt at Andrew. I'll give you 5 to debate me. You'll still lose. Well, here's the thing. Okay. You're calling me big dumb country. 5 is less than 20,000. Okay. So obviously I would not do that. But thank you. I appreciate the comment. God is a God of order. This is all confusing. We should be just turning to Jesus and accepting our weaknesses. We know it all, yet know nothing. Yeah, I mean, look, here's the sad part of this, folks, and we can kind of see this from the super chats or some of these super chats coming in is he influences people like crazy. And I'm not even going to call them men. These children literally emulate the way he talks. I cannot tell you how funny the comments I've gotten on my posts on X today. It's all just like high school level insults. Nobody, even Gerald on Steven Crowder's team was like, he made you look stupid. Great. Okay. Where? Name 1 point. 1. Even Gerald, the dude who was filming in Candace's garage. Fucking weirdo. But it's all like, oh, you're gay. Oh, he schooled you. Oh, you suck. Oh, you're not worth 20 grand. Oh, it's like, okay, guys, I Do you really think I'm going to be moved by that? But like I said, rent free in your mind, that's no problem. I would never debate him. He is the definition of disrespect and a full-blown douchebag. You're a classy guy. I wouldn't give him the time of day. Yeah, I mean, like I said, I was willing to do it a couple of weeks ago. He didn't want to do it because he thought that I was going to be a guy who understands debate format. Like, you can't call an audible and just have a conversation. Like, we got to do a debate. We got to have the rules and the debate. We got to have a person here. No, dude, I was on vacation. I was ready to go. You gave me 30 minutes. I would have had no prep time. You could have kicked my ass in front of everyone like you think you can do. But you didn't want to do it. And now you're begging me to do it. Now you're trying to bully me into do it. Now you're trying to say I'm a coward and I'm low IQ and all this stuff. And it just ain't fucking playing. It ain't playing. Now you're going to pay to debate me, or we're not going to do it, because ultimately that would be a gigantic waste of my time. And it's also going to be in person. That's it. That's it. You can throw whatever insult you want at me. Oh, he's soft. Oh, he's running, all this stuff. No, it's simple. I gave you parameters. I'm sticking to them. That's it. Done. If you did get promoted to E2, everyone knows that E2 is automatic promotion received from time served. Yeah, I heard that the other day. Like I said, I don't know because I didn't serve, but I did hear that. And I forget what he was saying on his stream, but it was something like he got like put into a different company and then they promoted him and he was surprised why. Maybe it's just because that's what fucking happens. You just automatically get promoted. Maybe you didn't do a good job, you know, because that's what you're thinking you did here and you didn't. You just kind of made yourself look like a ridiculously unclassy asshole. But whatever. You are an ex-TPUSA employee. No, I'm not. This has got to be another one of his people. I think you're confusing me with Andrew, which nobody would ever do. Oh, this is so funny. It's fun though. I got to tell you guys, it's a complete blast, but I also don't want to continue to talk about the guy because it's just all a joke to me at this point. It's like, you're not going to do a debate with me. You had the chance. You're not going to pay me. Let's just move on. Go find another person to try to do your master debating crap on. I'm still grossed out by his speech about old man hugs when he hugged Erica. Oh, yeah, that was so creepy. You know, Joe, when I went in there, I did the first thing that I just thought I should do. I gave her a hug. How is that a conversation that you think is some kind of flex? You know what I did when I saw my mom the other day? You know what I did? She's having a tough day. I gave her a hug. That's what everyone fucking does when they see someone, at least if they know them a little bit. They give hugs, they give high fives, they give fist bumps, they give handshakes. I gave her a hug. I feel so bad. By the way, I also called you a retard a couple of months ago. Joke. And the fact that anybody bought into this is hilarious. It's hilarious. Yo, country, the fact that he chose a shooting match at 1,400 meters had me cracking the fuck up. Keep up the good work. Dude's a sack of dog shit. Yeah. Yeah, I mean, if he's accurate from 1,400 yards, that's awesome. I've trained up to 1,000. And still, depending on the gun, and the conditions, pretty difficult, especially the size of the target. But But yeah, I don't know. The Pickle Pals in here going in deep tonight. Of course they are. They don't have anything better to do. There's been guys literally like every 10 minutes posting about me today. Every 10 minutes. It's do you guys work? It's Friday. I'm not kidding. From like 5:30 a.m. when I got up all the way up to now, they're probably still going. It's just been nonstop. Just every couple of minutes. Okay. Rent free. Keep up the good work. Let's see. Fern 0 or O 1111. Thank you. Appreciate that. I don't know. What is that? I don't know what that is. Happy Fridays or Friday HDC cheers. Thank you, man. It's been a long day. I had to paint 2 of my garage doors with this oil-based paint, and man, it got everywhere. And getting that stuff off of your skin, it's not fun. Andrea Wilson, welcome. Thank you. Andrew did 10 months. I think he meant to say 10. No MOS, no medals, no badges. Must have contracted a genital disease from someone special. Well, I could be like the Andrew Wilson. Prove to me that you don't have STDs, man. That's the equivalent of him being like, prove to me you're not gay. Why is that a thought for you, little Andrew? Why? That's just you want to talk about low IQ. That is literally a low IQ argument or even thing to say. You can use your brain to come up with something better than that. You can. Almost anything would have been better than that. I'm driving faster. Thank you. Appreciate it. The name calling was crazy. You handled them with grace. Yeah, I think I got to go. I'm not going to spend my time on it, but he called me low IQ probably, realistically, probably 30 times. Yep. But it's all game, right? The goal of that is he didn't believe it, obviously, but the goal is just to evoke emotion and get me super pissed off. That just didn't work. It just didn't work. So you were a lot better and more real / honest than your friends, Jesse and Nate. Jesse thinks TPUSA are good people. Nate thinks evil guys aren't bad men. Well, I don't know about, I don't know. To be honest, this is the first time I'm hearing this. I've never heard that or thought that at all. But maybe there's some kind of misunderstanding there. But I don't think everyone at TPUSA is bad. They have a lot of employees there that probably the job market, from what I understand, is horrible right now. And so I imagine people aren't just throwing away jobs left and right. But as far as like TPUSA, if you're meaning like Andrew Colvett, Blake Neff, Erica Kirk, and like I said, I don't think Erica Kirk is this drastically horrible person, but I think optics matter on this stuff. And if you're lighting off fireworks at a memorial for a husband that just was brutally murdered, I think that's horrible taste. It's not a celebration. Have the celebration of life afterwards. Have some party, I wouldn't even say a party, but a get together where you serve food and all that stuff. But at the actual thing, dude, it's not a Super Bowl game. But once again, maybe it's where I'm from. Maybe it's the way I grew up, but it just doesn't seem right to me. And I know it bugged a lot of people. So But people can change. I doubt it's going to happen, though, especially with them hiring somebody like Andrew Wilson. You're way more chill, actually stoic. He's not, but the opposite. Loud, aggressive, always playing victim. You debate him. If he could commit 20K, fact he can't pay on the spot speaks volumes. Someone else is the boss. Yeah. Well, he's not going to pay me regardless. He's just not going to do it. They come up with a million different reasons. Oh, you're not worth it. Oh, you know, whatever else. But by his own logic, 300K was nothing to him. It was nothing. Even though he wants everybody to be charitable. Be a little bit charitable. Let's get some charity in here, guys. Andrew needs it, guys. Come on. A little charity. A little bit of, you know, talk about Army sniper, even if you weren't one. You know. Charity. She was confused. Charity. Yeah. Like Candace making almost 500 while Andrew and team were trying to find the clip against her. Kind of like last night when Andrew was trying to find the part of the email where you threatened him. Exactly. Well, that's the thing with Andrew is everything is a game. And I will say this, based on everything I've learned in the past like day and a half about all the strategies on this debate thing, he definitely employed a bunch of them for sure. And that was one of them. It's just filibustering. It's filibustering to sit there and try to buy time because he knew he was going to lose the discussion. That's it. There was nothing. He literally asked me, are you going to come beat me up? And I said, absolutely not. But somehow it's a threat. It's just, but yeah, he was filibustering and just didn't want to get to it. And he honestly, I don't know if you guys saw, but he tried to stop reading at a certain point. Once he got past like the initial debate stuff. His tactics are sign language, shame, insults, guilt, the need to be right. He's a covert feminist. Yeah, I believe that. You notice how he had his hand up here the whole time? That's some body language for you. Maybe he should look into that. When I'm slammed and hire extra cleaners just for the day or weekend and have to pay them, I consider those employees. Dude, I wouldn't even hire Andrew Wilson to do my laundry. No way. There is no job that I would hire Andrew Wilson for, even if I paid him minimum wage, because I'd have to listen to his annoying voice the whole time. Oh, well, technically, that's not the right way to clean a toilet. Okay, I don't give a shit. Just clean the toilet. Quiet down. Do you work for YouTube? You got me, dude. No, I don't work for YouTube. Thank you. Tiffany and Antoinette. Thank you, Tiffany. I appreciate it. I'll pay him $100 to take the MMPI and publish the results. There we go. Big lad, can we see Sarge, please? We love Sarge. Yeah, we can. Sarge, come here, buddy. Sarge. Oh, here's this guy again. Debate me. I'll tell you exactly how stupid you are. Oh, okay, but you can't tell me here? Come on. Send me another super chat and tell me one point that I lost on. Come here, buddy. He's getting heavy. Oh. Say hi, dude. You had a great birthday the other day. I know. You don't like being held. Good boy. Good boy. All right. Go ahead. Out. Go. Yeah, dude. Tell me one thing. I'll tell you how stupid you are. You can't even name one thing. But thank you for the super chat. I appreciate it. I sense authenticity in you, not Andrew Wilson. You know why I mentioned the big bro comment. Andrew Wilson is belief you. He's so vulgar. Hi, Sarge. Thanks so much, Bella. I appreciate it. Buff like Jesus. Knob Creek gun range is top tier. It really is. I need to go back there. Yeah, that place is legendary. I love the fact that they've got those targets. It's almost like they're up in, it's not a mountain, but there's like a big old hill. So it's not just flat. It's like you're shooting up to where, if, you know, you were in a gunfight and people are up on like a big old hill. Pretty cool stuff. Last night, he stayed on the live until he made 7,000, his very apparent goal, and he stayed on until he reached it. Yeah, I don't think his people even understand that's why he's here. That's why he's here. And look, nobody's doing this for free, obviously. We all have to be paid for our time. We don't all just sit here and, you know, donate all of our time to do something for free. But at the same time, you don't have to be the guy who's like, oh, I made this amount on a stream. Oh, I'm making so much cash. Oh, 300 grand is nothing to me. Because then what people can do is they can say, Andrew, find me my 20K and debate me. It's nothing. 300K was nothing for you. Come on. What's the answer to that? Oh, that's not what I meant. What's the spin around for that? I would love to hear that. By the way, we still haven't heard the 15 to 20% that Andrew doesn't believe in the case that he said with Candace Owens. It's like 75, 80%, 75%. Let's see. Do you really not know that there are thousands of debates online and that it is a legitimate way to challenge the other people's positions? Keep up the LOL cow Brokeback Mountain. Once again, it's honestly surprising how many gay jokes this crowd makes. It's legitimately surprising. It's all they got. But hey, man, if you guys like to think about that about me, or you really want me to be gay, I mean, I don't even know where that starts in someone's brain, but it's all of you guys. It's literally every single one of you. And you know what I think it is? I think Andrew just has such a major influence on these people, and they all just eat it up. They think what he does is funny. They think it's amusing. It's not. It's fucking childish. It's childish. But no, I didn't know. Because that's not me. I'd rather be outside clearing some land or fishing or hunting or shooting guns or riding horses or riding a motorcycle, going dancing. The last thing I am thinking about, verifiably, because I literally didn't even know about this, but the last thing I'm thinking about even now is what debates are going on online. Sorry, dude. It's not me. But thank you. Thank you for the Brokeback Mountain comment. Classic. Good one. Hey, Heavy, you were one of the best content creators ever. Thank you for keeping it honest. You were loved. Yeah. This is why these people can't mess with me, is because I'm just me. And that's why it's very easy to mess with Andrew. You guys know that I am getting under his skin like crazy. Like crazy. He couldn't stop talking about me today. Do you understand that you're conceding that I am not low IQ and that I was actually a very good opponent by how much you talked about me? Let me put it to you like this, little Andy. Let's say you have the New York Yankees and somehow they set up a game against a T-ball team. Do you think they're celebrating the win after? Do you think they're trying to, you know, say, oh, this dude sucks and cringe and all this other stuff? No, they're like, no, this is just us. But here we are. Your entire little debate sphere, all you guys have been trying to get under my skin all day. And guess what? I'm chill as a cucumber. I'm going to go eat some food in a minute. I'm going to go throw the ball around with my dog, and I'm going to have a fantastic night because all of you guys are fucking fools. All of you. All of you. But like I said, if any of you guys are in here and want to tell me something that I was wrong on or a point that he made that maybe I'm missing that I was wrong on, I will absolutely concede to it 100% because I know 100% that I made way more points than he did that were 100% correct. But this is where we're at. It turns into this, oh no, that's not true, Brokeback Mountain. Okay, great. Glad we can have a good conversation. I think you're both in different worlds. I watch you both and disagree with some of the stuff, but I also see you both as good people. We are all flawed as long as we are not evil. I'll respectfully disagree with you. I think people who are not principled and who are willing to lie and change their opinion on a dime just to win a conversation are the scum of the earth. I think men who are principled are becoming more rare nowadays. And to be principled on something like debating, right? To where you're willing to completely change who you are just to win the conversation. Dude, it's fake. It's fucking fake. What is the point of it? Oh, it's a sport. Okay, cool. I can 100% say, cool, if it's a sport and that's what you like to do, fun. Great. But leave it as a sport. Don't make it your entire life like Andrew Wilson has, because then you're just a douchebag all the time. All the time. Dude, the right is supposed to be for small government, not to be their cheerleaders or the FBI. Exactly. Exactly. I don't know what in this case brought the conservative side to be like, oh, absolutely, the FBI. Absolutely, Kash Patel, man. What happened? I have no idea. Here we go. Once again, point proven again. Again. Crazy how stupid you are, laughing my fucking ass off. Yet you cannot tell me why I'm stupid. But thank you for the super chat. I really appreciate it. Oh, let's see. How do you get on Rogan's debate? Who made more good points? Good point. Closer to the truth. Andrew is a Zio shield. 100% he is. He's probably getting those $7,000 checks for sure. 30-6 fragmenting round in the chest. Yeah, debate. Con, all he does is insult. Yeah, I just learned what debate con was today. Apparently it's, I don't know, is it like the Super Bowl of debating? This shit is so new to me, folks. I literally just looked it up the other day, or I saw it on X, or somebody showed it to me. And yeah, I don't, it's just not something I'm interested in at all. But I do agree that people sitting down and having a conversation and being good faith about it is how a lot of things get solved. But that's also coming from a guy who says that he believes most issues in the world could be solved by dueling. Like I said, where'd that go? Where'd it go? Oh, that's right, because he's willing to change his principles depending on who he's going up against. Soft. Here's the thing. These people want every grace and exception for them, but when it comes to treatment of others, they're right back to bully and mock. 100%. Can you imagine if I was on that conversation last night and I said, can't you just be charitable to me, Andy? Give me some charity. He would have lost his shit on me. But then for him and his wife, it's like, where's the charity? What world do you live in as a conservative where that is even a thought in your brain? Charity? How is it a thought in your brain that you go on Joe Rogan, say that you're going to spend $300,000 of your own money and then ask for charity from other people to recoup it? As a conservative. Once again, no principles. Dude, please keep sending me money. This is great. Yeah, you look like the White Claw kind of chick with that hat. It's a badass cowboy hat, dude. What are you talking about, son? I'll debate you. And no, I'm not afraid of backing it up in person. Are you going to tell me a point that he won? Are you going to tell me? Or are you just going to continue with these? I look like a White Claw kind of chick. So we've moved on from the gay stuff, and now I'm just a woman. Outstanding. Outstanding work. Is this what Andrew teaches in his debate class? You look like a White Claw kind of chick. Okay. Not great, but whatever. Just found your channel. Love it. Thank you so much. I appreciate it. Where is the Charlie holding the mic data? Oh my God, guys, I forgot about that. We've been so lost in this. Let me pull it up. So apparently, let's see. Here it is. So the question that's been asked, and I think it's a good conversation to be had. And once again, this is just another point of contention. I'm not saying that this is a 100%, be all end all thought process. But for me, what do we have so far? I mean, we have, I don't know. Were the cameras behind Charlie released? Like the actual cameras? I don't know about that. I don't know how many other cameras there were, but I think we could get a lot of information from the actual mic, like sounds. So, here we go.
Here's the dog that didn't bark. Where's the damn mic?
Where is it?
That mic does two things. That mic broadcasts a Wi-Fi signal that goes presumably to one of the cameras that's running. It sends that feed right into the camera so that they stitch up the...
Is it Wi-Fi or Bluetooth? Do I have my wireless mics in here? I bet I could find out. I'm honestly thinking it's Bluetooth, but it may be Wi-Fi with a bigger camera.
Video and the audio stitch up together. But it also records a 32-bit float file on the device itself in case the Wi-Fi fails. That piece of evidence, that file, would be absolutely vital in either proving that the shot came from where they said it came from or disproving it. That file is an incredibly powerful piece of evidence, not only because it records the sound from the precise location of Charlie's body, but because 32-bit float contains a tremendous amount of resolution. In other words, the amount that could be recovered from that file that would allow you to do a detailed sonic analysis is tremendous. So the question is, maybe they have it. Maybe they've analyzed that file, but we've heard nothing about it. And I don't know what to make of glass shards. I don't know what to make of the disturbance of the shirt, but I do find the absence of that device utterly conspicuous, and it hasn't gotten enough attention, in my opinion, maybe because people assume it exploded.
I think it's something to think about. I mean, once again, this is just kind of the weird thing for me is why wouldn't TPUSA want everybody? Like, the internet has helped solve a lot of crimes for sure. Why would they not want people looking into this? I imagine it's because, Candace has a major problem with how the organization handled things after one of her best friend's death. Well, we'll see. Danny, thank you very much, man. I appreciate it. He said it because he's been thinking about you a lot. His crush on you made me a little uncomfortable. Yeah, a little bit. I don't know what to say. TPUSA is out of options. You were so amazing. I believe in you. You're my fave. Thank you so much. I appreciate it. Great name, by the way. Heading out bush soon with a few baits and beers and heaps of rounds. We'll let you know if we come across a splitting midair. I love it. Love the channel HDC. Cheers. Well, y'all be safe, have fun, and yeah, watch out for those bullets that are just disappearing all over the place. Man. That is the second time I've heard him say Chatley Cook, then correct himself. Freudian slip much. Andrew Wilson. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know when he said that, but I believe it. 30-6 would be so loud in that bowl of a place. What are your thoughts on a Subsonic 22? Anyways, Dan, you're freaking awesome. Dude, Subsonic 22s are badass. Sound like pellet guns, especially if you have a suppressor on them. Yeah. Yeah, it's funny because Andrew, who was it? Was it Andrew? No. It was Gary. Gary was hating on Barron for saying that it would have sounded like a bomb. And obviously he's probably exaggerating to a certain extent, but a 30-6 being shot in a place that's completely surrounded by buildings. I've said this, but my property is completely surrounded by trees. And when I shoot a gun out here, it echoes and it makes it way louder. So I don't know. For all the Andrew cucks in here, may I remind you, right after the Candace debate, his wife tweeted, Charlie Kirk didn't matter. His son Gary and others admitted they wanted money back and tried to set her up. Yeah. Of course. Ain't no good points. I don't know if this is pro me or pro, whatever. I don't know if this is shit talking or whatever, but I'm going to just assume that you're saying that Andrew had no good points. And I would agree. Like I said, I could be missing something. It was kind of to be honest, it was kind of a clusterfuck. We definitely needed somebody in there to kind of just like, manage the situation. But I don't believe I heard any. I heard a lot of like high school level insults. It just brought me back to high school, guys. But not even like directed towards me, because that didn't happen to me in high school. People didn't talk to me like that in high school, at least to my face. I heard it between other people. And like I said, I was one of the people who stood up to bullies for kids. I just don't like that. It's just not a good look. And that's what I think happened to Andrew Wilson. I think he was probably bullied like crazy. He said he was the youngest of 7, I think. So that's probably the case. To be honest. Let's see. Where are we at? First episode I saw of yours, I wasn't a fan. However, seeing your demeanor last night earned my attention as a sub. Don't drop to Andrew's level. Absolutely not. I don't even know how to do that. I don't know how to change myself just to, I don't know, win an argument. I would rather lose an argument and stay true to who I am. Because nobody actually gives a shit. That's the thing, you guys. Nobody actually cares. I literally have never heard of people debating as a sport until literally yesterday. So you can tell how much I really care. The fact they're paying to insult you, of course. They're not even good insults. Oh, broke back. Good one, dude. Fantastic. At least be original. Like, come up with something cool. Come up with something like something, new. Just broke back? Come on. It's lazy. Pure laziness. I expect more. Bring more in. Come on. Think of something better this time. You weren't destroyed, but saying he works for TPUSA because he worked for them didn't sound good. Don't still work for someone you worked for. I don't know if you watched, but he said he didn't work for them. That's verifiably false. He did work for them. And who knows if he still is. I'm under the impression that there is no way that he paid that money out himself. There's no way. Who would do that? Who would do that? $300K to simply talk with a woman? If he did, he's the stupidest man on the planet. And it's so funny because when I called him out during that conversation, he started laughing like a hyena. You think I'm down money? Well, on your Give, Send, Go where you're begging for money, you're at 80 grand. Your own people have brought you up to 80 grand and you spent 300. That's a $220,000 difference just for the people who said I couldn't count today. Another great insult. My God. You got to love it. I'm cracking up. I'd love to see classless and clueless fools to pay me talk shit. Love you, HCC. Yeah, it's hilarious. It's hilarious. Love your show. I'm with you, brother. Just wondering what for dog do you have? What dog do I have? I have a black lab. I just showed him a second ago. His name's Sarge. He will have to answer someday, not the dog, Andrew. Watching from North Central Pennsylvania. Keep up the good work. Wow, I completely misunderstand that. Just wondering what for dog do you have? We'll have to answer someday, not the dog, Andrew. Maybe I'm tired. I don't know what the hell that means. But thank you. Much respect for you, bro. Appreciate it. Trad Reen. Welcome. Let's see. Born and raised in DFW, too. Pretty cool. He's so busy tripling down on his Looney Tunes Phantom bullet hypothetical that he misses the point that dremeling a casing can make the bullet tumble. Fair enough. Very fair. Let's see. I don't know guns, so I don't remember what he said, but he basically said last night that his rifle was some sort of automatic, so he was cheating, which he didn't care at all about. Look, I'm not going to go down what I actually think of this dude because I just can't say it on here. But I think he's willing to cheat, lie, potentially steal just to be right on literally everything. Because that's what he's proven to do. You're not going to tell me you're going to go on Joe Rogan and say you think that duels can handle 99% of issues between men and then pull the gigantic wuss BS telling your audience that I threatened you when I didn't. And then putting one of your buddies up to fight for you instead of you. You know how soft that is? That was the funniest thing ever. Ever. He got some dude who's supposedly this badass fighter. Nobody's ever heard of him, by the way. And he's like, I'm fighting you in place of Andrew. No, you're not. You're not. It's not a thing. These people like I said, folks, it's the fake world. It's a fake world that's all online, and none of this exists in the real world. This is not how people act. And this is why I honestly feel bad for the people who honestly buy into his crap, because you're being taught stuff and you're being influenced on stuff that is going to make it incredibly difficult for you to interact with real people in person. I'm telling you right now, some of these dudes are going to get themselves in major trouble by being an Andrew Wilson in person to some dude who literally won't take any shit, who doesn't care about getting an assault charge. But they think it's fun. They think it's funny. They think, oh, well, it's just debate. Try going up to somebody and saying that to them. Oh, well, it's just a conversation. It's just a debate. Okay. They don't give a shit. You need to go live and test Jesse's new toy. Well, we can't do that live because they don't allow that on live streams, but we'll definitely do a video about it for sure. I think Andrew would talk to you like that in person because he believes 1,000% you're not dumb enough to get sued, so you're not going to touch him. Well, once again, is he a gambling man? That's a question that has to be asked. And I'm not even talking about me. This is just in general. Let's take two other people. Let's say one guy's talking crap to somebody online. How do you know that guy's not having the worst day of his life and just doesn't care? It's a gamble. And I'm telling you right now, just for these Andrew Wilson peeps in here, you do this to the wrong guy in person, they're not going to care. They're not going to care about your debate skills. This is real life. Real life, and some dudes just don't care. That's what Andrew should be teaching. He should be teaching as a part of his debate class that we do this online, but don't act like this in person. Don't actually think this is the right way to communicate to other men. Sport debates you're assigned aside to argue from isn't your real beliefs or objective truth, just about gotchas to win regarding Charlie Kirk's murder. It should be a convo sharing thoughts and reasoning with open mind to pursue truth. I agree with you. And I understand the debate side that it's a sport and in gotchas and all that, and cool. That sounds awesome. But when it's relating to something that's very close to a lot of people's hearts, I don't think it applies here. And I think it's honestly a bad idea. Why do you need gotchas? And, oh man, we beat you on the debate. Okay. But what is the point? Why are we debating? Do we actually care about what's going on? Or is it just, oh dude, I beat you in a debate. I got a check mark next to my name, a gold star on my debate sheet. Like, is that what it is? I don't know. What do they do? What do they do in debates? Do you get gold stars? Do you get a little ribbon? Trophy? I'm honestly asking. It's like a bowling league. Bro, I thought you were rage baiting, but I think you really don't understand the proving a negative thing. Can you clarify you understand it, please? Absolutely. 100%. But there still is an argument for he worked for them or he was hired by them. So I can have reasonable suspicion that he potentially still would be working for them based on his current actions, which are being a fierce defender of everything involved with them. And also, why the fuck did they hire him to do a debate class? Out of nowhere. Why would TPUSA hire this Andrew Wilson guy? You can find other people who are just as good or better at debating than him that aren't complete degenerates. But yeah, I absolutely understand it. Can we please stop talking about Mr. Pickles? If we keep feeding the feral strays, they won't go away. Thank you for all that you do. No, I agree with you. Yeah, I mean, like I said, I've kind of exhausted this at this point. I've in my opinion been very fair, including like he doesn't like to talk about this because it makes him look horrible. But I literally was ready to debate him on vacation with 30 minutes of notice. Literally was ready to go. And he didn't want to do it. And now it's turned into, oh, Dan's running. No, I'm not. I just don't have the patience for it anymore. I was ready to do it. You didn't want to do it. Now you want to do it again. Sometimes second chances don't exist. And it does exist with me. You're just going to pay for it. And that's it. Pay me for my time, because dealing with you, I'm not going to do it for free. I'm just not. Why do you think you weren't 20K, honestly? Honestly, because dealing with Andrew would be a pain in my ass. It would be a whole big thing. We'd have to meet somewhere. We'd have to sit down. We'd have to go over all of his little debate rules. And like I said, for me, I'm in the power seat. I literally was ready to go with 30 minutes of notice and he didn't want to do it. Why the hell would I make it easy for him now? Where's the logic in that? If he was going to have a good, honest to God, good faith argument and not be anything like the Andrew Wilson we know, and he could prove that to me, maybe it changes, but he can't. He just can't. So that's the price. That's it. If you want to pay me to do it, great. If you don't, no skin off my back and no skin off yours. But you're not going to tell people that I'm running when I literally gave you the opportunity with 30 minutes of notice. If anything, you ran, and now I'm just making it harder. That's it. Oh, let's see. Why did Nate share a fake video of Charlie getting shot in the head, then take it down and pretend the clear blood splatter was an earpiece? I don't know. Not sure. Oh, let's see. Andrew is so cringe to watch, and his voice is like nails on a chalkboard, the hand over the mouth. Woof. The way he melts down when the conversation doesn't go his way. Keep holding it down, Dan. Sending love. Well, I appreciate it. Yeah. Like I said, this has been hilarious. What is the proposed debate topic? Tyler Robinson. If that's it, you would just have to say Tyler Robinson is innocent. Debate over. He hasn't been fully found guilty. So what's there to debate? Well, that's the thing with Andrew, is it's all semantics. And that's how he thinks he won. Or excuse me, how he thinks he wins. But I mean, realistically, I don't even think we really need a topic. It would just be the overall Charlie Kirk, Tyler Robinson situation. And then we would just talk about, stuff that we both said. And like I said, I think Candace did a great job, but there really isn't anything for us to prove. We're allowed to question whatever we want. In my opinion, as long as we have reasonable suspicion. If you're just questioning crap to question it, yeah, you can do it. But for me, if there's reasonable suspicion, then, it is what it is. Laughing my fucking ass off. Imagine donating money to White Knight for a man who doesn't even know you exist. Sad and pathetic. Yeah. It is useless to debate Andy. He suffers from short-term memory loss. He has a really foul mouth that makes a bad combination. Yeah. I don't know about the short-term memory loss. I haven't studied the guy that much, but honestly, that kind of makes sense, because he said during our conversation that I literally said on one of my videos that I was in favor of Andrew Wilson during his issue with Wes Watson, which is completely incorrect. Completely incorrect. The only thing I said was Wes Watson was an idiot, which I think he is. I think he's way too emotional. But I never said, oh, Andrew schooled him. I still think Wes Watson made him look like an idiot. But I don't think Wes Watson is a good dude or a good example of a man at all. I don't want you to be gay. That would be a big waste of masculinity. Well, I'm not. So there we go. Keep up the fight. The whole world is watching this shit. Much love from England. England in the house. I love it. Dogs are the best companions ever. Go spend time with your baby. He's the best. Sarge is awesome. Dartho might as well write you a $500 check. He loves paying you for his feeble attempts to make a point. Yeah. I mean, like I said, it is what it is. Possible you asking for 20K because you can't debate. Well, technically, I'm not a debater. Okay? I just learned that this was a thing the other day. The only thing I've heard about is like debate teams in high school, which I did not do. I played baseball. And other than that, I was running around with friends and chicks. That's all I did in high school. And homework. Rarely. I've already explained this, but I'll explain it one more time just because maybe you guys are confused or you don't listen like Andrew. He had a chance to do it with me when I had 30 minutes notice, no prep time, no nothing. I would have done it with him. And he didn't want to do it. So why would I make it easy for him now? Especially with how he is as a person. That would be stupid of me. I have zero benefit. I get zero benefit from debating Andrew Wilson. Zero. None. I originally was going to do it because he literally said on that clip that we showed earlier, anyone can come and debate me, but we got to do it live. That's what I did. And he didn't want to do it. So I don't know what to tell you. This isn't Burger King. You don't always get it your way. You kept a class. You didn't hurl insults. You spoke when making a solid point. Yeah. Yep. Andrew Wilson we're talking about if he met you in person, his whole body would tremble. I like your hat and your shirt. I think you're very smart and sweet. Crisis King. Thank you so much. I appreciate it. Yeah. Look, who knows? I don't have any desire to ever meet this guy. Ever. Be a gigantic waste of time. But if it ever did happen, like I said, we live right down the road. I have a feeling in person would go very, very differently than online. I think he would be a very, very nice person. And I think he'd actually like me, to be honest. Because I'm a pretty likable guy. Let's see. Pickle Pal's giving you more money than Andrew Wilson. Checkmate. Yeah. Do I need a girlfriend? Yeah, I probably do. I'm just picky, though. I'm just picky, and I'm focused on my relationship with God and just kind of focused on just kind of living life right now. But absolutely. Absolutely. In the beginning, you said, let's debate. And at the end, you said no to debating and had to go to bed. You had a chance. Once again, incorrect. Incorrect. I was making a point of he had the chance to debate me. And I said, you debated Stu Peters for an hour. Why can't you do it with me? And he said, well, we had a moderator. Who gives a shit, dude? This is the problem with this. I'm literally driving on my way down to Port Aransas, about to check into an Airbnb. I'm sitting in traffic, texting the guy. He says, Owen Schroyer canceled on me today. By the way, I'm going to do a collab with him soon. Great dude. Love his stuff. But Owen Schroyer canceled on me. I'm ready in 30 minutes. And I said, I'm in traffic, but okay, cool. He literally has posted this on his Twitter. So I don't know what the flex is here. I don't know what he's running. But it is what it is. Dan Pickles is a keyboard commando. Of course he is. Vanjie Tay, welcome. just let's go. Hope you're well, brother. Maybe it was just let go. Doing great, man. Doing outstanding. Thank you. Real Kyle Darlington, thank you very much. I appreciate it. Pickles keeps saying frangible. It was not frangible. 100%. That's a point that I would bring up if we debated. How can you say that you're an expert on what exactly happened here when you think a core-locked 150 grain 30-06 Remington round is frangible? Can you read? Did you read the box? Maybe you should have read the box before you went on and talked out of your ass on Candace's live. But of course, he's going to try to flip that into something else. Let's see. Hey, Heavy, just looking from the outside, I can see how Andrew would see your text message as I will see you in Dallas as to throw down. He knows your principles as being a man. He read it that way, maybe. I mean, maybe, but I followed it up with, I just want to see if you have the same attitude in person, which is a legitimate curiosity for me. It's legit. But yeah, I mean, people take things however they want. But remember, this is a guy that's talking about force doctrine. This is a guy who literally has said he thinks a lot of things could be solved by dueling. But then he's making a big old deal out of this. Okay. All Andrew really does is play word games trying to manipulate and mock. Yeah, of course. Of course. Motive is fundamental. Family, friends, employees, foreign interests should all be investigated. Instead, evidence destroyed, given away. They don't want the truth. Or Charlie, bad faith combos are gay. I agree with you. I asked Grok for the overall annual channel company revenue for Crucible. Grok said it's likely in the low to mid six figures at most. Yeah, I mean, maybe he does other stuff. I know it's a very weird thing to me because apparently he's got a team. He always brags about having a producer. You don't need a producer for this. We use OBS. It's very simple. The fact that he has a producer is low IQ, legitimately. There's a program called OBS. You fire it up, you do your settings, you set up StreamYard, and you're good to go. There's a little bit of a learning curve here, but if you're not a complete idiot, you'll figure it out. But yeah, I don't know. But like I said, I don't really care about the money aspect of this, but he definitely does. He definitely does. And when I say I don't care about the money aspect of it, I don't care about bragging about it. Everyone here is extremely generous, and this is awesome. I love doing this, but for me, I think bragging about it, going on your live, having a little bar down there showing how much you've made, bragging, saying you made $8,000 on a live stream, it's just bad taste. It's just bad taste. It's not classy. It's not something Charlie Kirk would do. That's for sure. The Andrew Wilson Sims paying for so many super chats shows they are desperate for your attention, hoping to draw you into a bad faith debate. They are so gay for Andrew Wilson. Yeah. That's what's been happening all day. And it's just so funny. It's so funny. But they're welcome to continue to do it. Like I said, I still haven't had one of them tell me one point that Andrew won on. Not one. Come on, there's got to be somebody in here who can give me one. Please. Tell me. Andrew Wilson needs to hit the gym. His gut is bigger than a pregnant woman. I'm guessing that's what you meant. Yeah, I think so. Why didn't Nate make you be quiet and stop making him look bad with low IQ interruptions? They were having a conversation. I was interrupting, and that was it. I don't know what to tell you. I don't know what you mean by low IQ interruptions, though. Everything that I said for sure was not low IQ, but okay. You look a lot like my son. Neither of you are gay. Fair enough, man. Thank you so much. I really appreciate it. Shauna, 1985, became a YouTube member. All we have in this life is our legacy, our family, and our integrity. And all of those for him are effed up. I'm sure he's miserable. Yeah. Yeah. I mean, I don't know. I don't know him personally. I don't want to. I have no desire to do anything other than to debate with him as long as he finds that money, baby. It ain't going to be for free this time, man. You had your chance. Ain't going to happen. But I agree with you. But like I said, I don't know him personally. He could have a great life. He could. But based on his demeanor, how he is as a person, I doubt it. But Dan, I think you were one of a kind when he called you fat. I was stunned. When he called you low IQ over and over, I kept thinking, what a piece of shit. Then the gay comments were next level creepy. I think he has a crush on you. Love you. Thank you so much. We love you too. Yeah, when he called me fat, it's like, okay. Like I said, I mean, it's just a little bit of delusion. It's interesting calling somebody something that you are, you know, especially when that person is not what you are, right? I am not fat. I am 6'3", 255 pounds. And most of it is muscle. I work very hard in the gym, something that Andrew Wilson knows nothing about. You know what I mean? This whole thing is kind of like, let me tell you how this should have gone. Andrew Wilson is this master debater that is dedicated his life to this. And he went on with me last night, and sure, he had some debate tactics, but he didn't make one good point. Not one. And I made several. But it would be the equivalent, or how it should have gone, is me taking him to the gym and being like, all right, dude, we're going to bench. We'll see who comes out on top. I doubt he could even do 225. Seriously doubt it, for one. Well, I can put up mid 400s. That's how this should have gone for Andrew, because apparently he is the best debater ever, but it didn't. It didn't. Andrew's master baiter career won't last long. Eventually, all children grow out of the same calling stage. Yeah. Is he really still coping? Go on a walk, pal. I mean, dude, keep throwing me money to talk crap about me. Please. It's really fun. But thank you. Appreciate it. Andrew Wilson debates like a malfunctioning AI stuck in a high school philosophy loop. Yeah. Yes, he does. It's charitable. You said Andrew's good at debate tactics. It probably seems like that if you're in the middle of it, but what he's good at is dodging accountability, hectoring, and gaslighting. In short, he sucks and is a real pickle. No, so look, I watched somebody today who was kind of breaking it down, and to be honest, what I was impressed by, I will say this, is how he handled the group. When it was just me and him, he was horrible. He was not good, but also it's me. So he's not all the tricks or the trying to bully me or trying to get under my skin. So I'm like, okay, damn it, I'll debate you. Try to prove you wrong. It just wasn't working. But when the group was there, he had some legit strategy. And I'm not going to go into it. But definitely was good for sure. I have no problem conceding that. But once again, folks, this is what he does. This is his entire life. So it would be weird if he wasn't somewhat good at it. It would be weird. On the other hand, I don't. And I don't give a shit about it. Let's see. Andrew Wilson doesn't care about his integrity, character, and accountability. Technically, he should have the tactical advantage, but he doesn't know how to use it. Yeah. 100%. 100%. All right, let's see. Watching from Lufkin, we love you here. Thank you so much. We love you too. Andrew Wilson is a pseudo-intellectual spurg with a whiny and nasally voice, talks fast, and repeats himself over and over, just like Ben Shapiro and Destiny. Yeah. Well, I mean, for me, the more and more I learn about this like debate atmosphere, I think this is just what it is. I think this is just how people are. I'm hoping people aren't exactly like Andrew Wilson, but I think that's what it is. It's the gotchas, it's the semantics, it's the strategy of, I'm going to try to trip you up or trigger you or all that stuff. And it's really just the proving a intellectual point is almost second to all that stuff. So you'll fight him for free, but won't debate him unless he pays you. Major L, low IQ. Good one. Good one. Oh, man. Thank you so much, though, dude. Very, very generous. Very generous. What is your take on the band Monowar? Does that sound familiar? I don't know. Not off the top of my head. You're a handsome guy, Dan. How can Andrew resist a big hunk of testosterone and muscle between the tattoos, broad shoulders? No juice needed. He can't help but dream. It's too much to resist. I mean, I guess so. But Andrew, you don't have a fucking chance. Sorry, dude. I'm sorry. I don't know what to tell you. Just keep the gay thoughts to yourself next time. Okay? Or don't. It's your choice. He's out of money till APAC backs him, and he's a joke. Yeah, 100%. Those $7,000 checks, man. Need a couple to pay me, but every day the price is going up, baby. Every single day. Andrew Wilson is what happens when a human logical fallacy gets a YouTube channel. He doesn't debate politics. He just aggressively interrogates people on basic vocabulary until they pass out. Yeah. Yep. Love your show. Glad that you were doing lives now. You were very intelligent, funny, and it's an extra bonus that you were very nice to look at. Well, I appreciate it. You were on your way to the coast. An hour wasn't good enough for him. Yeah. What's wrong with an hour? You just did one with Stu Peters. Oh, we don't have a moderator. It's just so dumb. It's so dumb. What's wrong with just having a conversation for an hour? I mean, I wouldn't even have prep time for it. You want to have opening arguments and cross-examination and closing statements. Dude. It's just kind of like wannabe lawyers, to be honest. That's what this feels like. It's like we wanted to be lawyers, but we can't be lawyers, or we couldn't pass the bar, or we couldn't go afford, law school or whatever it is. So now we're just fake lawyers. And we use all the same terms that they use in the courtroom. Cross-examination, opening statements. It's all kind of fruity to me, but that's my opinion. I'm sure some people like it out there. It's just not for me. He's not a nice person at all. He was even rude to Candace in her own home. Andrew is shamelessly rude to everyone. Yeah. Well, I think he's a nihilist. I don't think he cares about anything. And he doesn't have any shame. So. Oh, this is great. Erica Franzve Kirk, you haven't replied to my emails. I need a new debate instructor for a one-day class. Man, you have to debate Candace shortly after. Please don't share this publicly. Oh, this is great. This is great. Well, we kind of screwed up the publicly part already here. But, Erica, my price, okay? My price to do this is $300,000. So I can pay Erica after the $300,000 after, okay? But we'll say I just came to teach a debate class, but you'll just kind of coach me on Candace and then just pay me $300,000 for one debate class, and then we'll call it a day, and then I'll give you a hug and I'll call you retarded. Sounds like a good day to me. I think you love my shirt. Got it today. Love your face, boo. Oh, that's awesome. I forgot which one she ordered, but all of them are great. One more thing, the guy on the top right of y'all's get together last night was hilarious. Yes, he was. He was drawing faces, holding up stop sign, and when he said, "Is that the pickle?" The guy was cracking me up, dude. Jake is the best. He's the best, man. Such a good dude. Talk about salt of the earth. Talk about a really good dude. What you see is what you get. Very genuine, very good dude. Those are the kind of people I like. Those are the kind of people I want to have a conversation with. Those are the kind of people that I will have a good faith discussion with about stuff, because I'm sure me and Jake don't agree on everything, for sure. But I know his intentions are real. I know he's a principled person. I know that he's not out to get me. I was screaming at my TV, ask him about the disappearing bullet. Great job keeping your cool. I don't think I could. Never to your face, Charlie Kirk. The reason why I didn't ask him about it, and trust me, I really wanted to. The reason why I didn't ask him is because that would have brought us right into a debate. And that's what he would have done. That was very tactful on my end, because I wasn't going to do it for free, and I'm not going to. But if I said that, he would have been like, okay, great, then we're debating. No. Pay up, son. But totally understand what you're saying here. And yeah, that would have been a really funny conversation. Good evening, sir. Off topic. I know you're a gun guy. My first ever gun to shoot was a .357 Magnum. Fun shooting guns. Oh, man. That is a good gun to start with. It's not, but that's pretty cool that was your first gun. You were one handsome man. Well, I really appreciate it. Thank you. Love you both, HDC and Jesse on fire all the way from Australia's. Andrew Wilson is a simp who is nothing but a masturbator, not a master debater. Take that L already, Andrew. Keep up with the great work, you guys. Yeah. I don't know. I don't even care about winning. That's the funny thing here. I just think I made a lot of really good points that he had no answer to, and then he filibustered and got upset and did his little childish thing. Thank you, ADN. Appreciate it. Dude, these are so good. You guys actually think these are good. Heavy duty country, more like heavy duty crybaby. Dude, you guys got to do better than this. This is embarrassing. This is the best you got? Serious? Man. That's embarrassing. Come on. Send me another one and make it better. Let's go. My God. You guys are my new favorite podcast duo. Keep up the amazing content. I really appreciate it, man. Jesse's the best. Jesse's the best. Great dude. Another really great example of a good man. Are you one of Andrew's exes? You're obsessed with him. Maybe you should check his Twitter and all of his little minions, because they have talked about nothing else other than me all day. And it's been really funny because, once again, none of them have been able to articulate a point that Andrew made that was even a good point. It was just, oh, he's low IQ. Oh, he's running because he has to go to bed. Oh, he doesn't want to debate me. I'm not, but I could be one of Rachel's baby daddies. I'm kidding. Would never talk to him like Rachel in my entire life. But that was a good joke. That was actually funny. Imagine Pickles in high school. Yeah, I will fight you after school. You then show up and then, oh, it's not me, but this is the other dude who's my friend. You're right. Oh, it's too good, you guys. It's just, it comes straight out of like, if you were to think of a crowd or like a person to say something like that, it would be this. It would be a debate crowd. 100%. I got this guy who's going to fight you for me. Okay, well, that's dumb. Like I said, if he has a problem with me, he can take it up with me. I don't have a problem with him. I don't know the guy. The problem I have was with you, and I didn't even want to fight you. I just made a funny comment after you said, are you going to beat me up? Why not a little bit of mutual combat? Like I said, I'll get you a beer after. We can laugh. We can joke. You can tell me how much you want me to be gay. It'll be a fun day. Man, I'm rhyming. Look at me. Can't fix stupid. Heavy Duty Country and Andrew arguing was funny as fuck. I could listen to a weekly podcast of you two arguing, never get bored. Yeah. It's pretty funny. Why are we still talking about Andrew? Very good question. I just kind of wanted to address all this stuff tonight. Just to be honest, this is more of me just kind of showing everybody that this dude, it's just not a flex. It's not. Now, if you were a debate guy who had like legitimate, like good faith coming into stuff and didn't have all the like, I'm going to talk all this shit about you and insult your intelligence and everything else, then maybe it'd be different, like I said, but I agree. Yeah, it's pretty much done. Silly question. Do you ride horses and can you teach me? I'm sorry, I'm kidding, but you're very good looking. Have a great evening. And yes, focus on Christ. Absolutely. I do ride horses. Absolutely. Love from Australia, bro. That's not J shit. It's man shit. Gay shit. It's man shit. Have you ever tried any of the Australian alcohol? No, I have not. No, I have not. I used to be a big drinker. Not like in quantity, but just like that was a big like part of my life. I mean, I live in Texas, man. We got beer and alcohol running with everything. But I really don't drink a ton anymore. Just doesn't serve me. And I like to be extremely productive, and even a couple now. I mean, I just turned 33, but even a couple now, it's like I feel off the next day. It's just not worth it for me. So, is this a humiliation trial? No, but Andrew is fantastic at those. So if you're looking for one, just go look at what Andrew has been doing ever since he debated Candace. But thank you for your generosity in the super chat. Appreciate it. Man, we've got through almost all of these, and none of the haters have been able to say 1 point, one that Andrew got me on. Really? We're going to end like this? Come on. There's got to be at least one person with the amount of shit talking going on today on X. Got to be one person. I'm going to be really embarrassed for you guys if there isn't one person. Where's the drip? Where is Andrew? He ain't even on tonight with his drip reality content. Yeah, it's all crap. People, I don't think anybody fell for it, but He's doing the drip drip thing to get the most out of the Candace situation. Like, what is he going to do? He's going to release another like crappy text that looks like it came off of a phone from like 2008. Did they even have cell phones back then? Maybe like 2000, 2012. When did I get my first one? Yeah, I think around then. Made a 7K last night. Doesn't care about the rest. Said that people follow this guy. Yeah, he doesn't even leave his streams up. So you just get all these super chats, make all this money, and you don't even leave the streams up for people to enjoy. Coffee noises. Thank you very much. First super chat. Have a great weekend. All right, you guys, that's it. If there's some hater in here who wants to articulate one thing that he got me on, I'll give you 30 seconds. But man, this was a blast, you guys. Yeah, I mean, I think we've pretty much covered this at this point. I don't agree with, like I said, how they've handled the Army sniper thing. And I just think Rachel should come out and apologize to everybody who's an Army sniper, to be honest. But you can't make people do stuff. You can only just kind of urge them and say, look, it's kind of a big deal. For your husband to say, oh, just be charitable is a fucking joke. It's hilariously funny. Especially when he's begging for money right now. All right, folks. That's it. They didn't have anything else. Had a blast tonight. Thank you so much for being here. We are going to be live again Sunday evening. So we'll see you then.